We are live. People ruin wrestling, or people ruin everything's live stream is now. I am going to be live until around 5:30, 5:45 before I get off here and record a video with Destroyer BHB, one of my good YouTube friends and personal friends as well. So until then, I am going to chill up here and just relax for once. I mean, I do a lot of shit on YouTube, and I think it's might as well do some shit on StreamYard because why not? So until then, give me a second. I got to turn my AC down so you don't have to hear it blaring in the background. There we fucking go. So it is done. All right. I don't know if this is a solo stream today, guys. I have no idea. Waiting for people to show up. I want to make sure I sent the tweet out. Yeah. All right. We are live on YouTube as well. Let's check. Oh, I should probably check before I even start. Yep, we are live on YouTube. Hooray! Whew. I'm fucking tired, guys. I got a video for Destroyer coming out. Actually, we did a video not so long ago that should be coming out on his channel whenever he gets around to, editing it, which is completely fine. His video, our video will be coming out on his channel. So, sneak peek. I'm not really going to spoil it too much. Whoever's watching the stream, thank you for tuning in. All right. It's a weird time to go live at like 4 o'clock on a Monday. It's weird. I'm not expecting too many people. My dumbass just fucking exited the stream. Hello, Andy. What's going on, man? Just got back from school. Dude, I feel that. I'm not in school anymore, but when I was in high school, it would suck leaving school sometimes, but also when the hard days are going through, I like to come home, get to fresh AC, especially around springtime, late summer, or springtime and early summer when you come home. What's up, Destructor? Boobs, fuck school. I will say school is important. And if I had any ounce of, any advice for somebody like you, stay in school, please. You don't want to end up like me. School is very important. Yeah, it sucks, but oh well. All right. So, yeah, I'm going to be going live until about 5:45. So about an hour. So if anybody wants to join in, if you're not too busy, let me know. And if nobody joins, I'm just gonna call it a solo stream. But so we got with guests. We live on YouTube. Yes, we are. We are live. Hey Jeff, what's up, buddy? We are back. That's exactly what I said. I'm doing a solo. So far a solo stream. If you'd like to join, let me know, and I'll give you the link. Yeah, we're just chilling until about 5:40, and then I'm gonna have to head out. I might come back on here later, depending on what we're doing today. Might be doing something, I'm not too sure, but yeah, I got a video with Destroyer dropping later. Well, I'm gonna be editing the video, so maybe later today or later tomorrow. Actually, probably tomorrow. If you guys know me by YouTube standards, I take for fucking ever to, chilling, talking about shitty wrestling and much more. Of course. You guys know how it is. If you guys ask me questions, I answer them, give my honest opinions. We don't have any bullshit up in here. That's not how I roll. That's not how any of us roll. We say what the fuck we want. And if we get canceled, oh well. I don't give a shit anymore. I don't care. Yo, so does anybody play Xbox in here? I play, I have Xbox. Damn, who the fuck is spamming my phone? Okay, chill the fuck out. As I was saying, do any of you guys have the Xbox Pro controller, like the one that costs like $150? For some reason, I don't think the controller should be $150. Honestly, this controller is worth. It seems like it would be like $10 more than the actual Xbox controller. Which wrestler deserves a sucks next from TWRP. Honestly, that's up to them. You know, I think it's probably like either Sasha or Bailey part 3 or whatever the fuck. Verse 8 months later, your Nia Jax Shayna Baszler video sucks video is still funny. Thank you, appreciate it. I think it's Ring of Honor. Yeah, they should do a video in Ring of Honor. I was thinking about doing a video in Ring of Honor, but you know what? If you guys would like to see that video, let me know, because I will do a video on I want to do yeah, Piggy Snacks. Yeah, I want to do a part 2 on her. I know the first part I did was should they fire Nia Jax, and then the second video should be the WWE needs to fire Nia Jax, and I'm gonna if Destructor, I know Destructor would want to be in that video, so if you want to be in that video, let me know. I have no opinion on Ring of Honor, never watched it. Okay, Ring of Honor is essentially what spawned PWG. That's what PWG and you know, AEW based their show off of, is what Ring of Honor did back in the day. Ring of Honor is essentially the original Smark fucks, you know? That's where Daniel Bryan was, CM Punk, Samoa Joe. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if this is right, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure AJ Styles appeared there very briefly, but not like where he was in TNA. He was there for a while in TNA. So Ring of Honor is terrible. Do not watch it. That's why for my sucks, you know, for videos where I bash things, I'd like to excuse me. I'd like to watch stuff to understand what the fuck I'm doing. You know, like all I know is that Kamala was in Ring of Honor. Yeah, Kamala was in Ring of Honor. Yeah, he was. Back to what I was saying, as when I make videos, I'd like to do my research, especially if I don't know too much about the subject at hand. So Ring of Honor, I know it's a smart shit fest, but I would have to understand more about it. It's not like WWE where I could literally make a 5 reasons why they suck and a 5 reasons why they have potential and shit. I can't do that with Ring of Honor because they've been around for, what, 20 years, and they haven't done shit. Also, fun fact, Ring of Honor was, well, CM Punk tried to buy out Ring of Honor, if I'm not mistaken. What's up, Sonic the Hedgehog? I saw your Undertaker appreciation video. Good work, dude. Keep it up, man. I think you have a lot of potential. A lot of these people, dude, everybody in chat could probably make videos. So, like Jeff could make some videos. Andy could make some videos. Everybody here can make videos. Did you see Rhea Ripley lost her baggage? Yes. Now, you guys know my thoughts on Rhea Ripley. I think she's decent. I don't think she's terrible. But she's also not the greatest. But yeah, I saw she lost her baggage. She lost her attire and her half of the women's tag team championships, which honestly, I find that hilarious. Fucking hilarious shit right there. Honestly, it's very unprofessional. Oh, you make videos, Andy? Shit, link your YouTube channel. I'll make sure to shout you out and subscribe when I watch some more of your videos, dude. Probably. Jeff, no. Otaku's videos are so bad. I think you could do way better than Otaku. That's really, it's not hard to be better than him, and that's not a diss. I'm just saying you can do way better. Yeah, no problem, Sonic. I think I want to watch more of your videos. I just don't have much fucking time anymore. Like right now, this is like free time I have to do streams and stuff. I'll definitely make sure to check out your videos. Like if you guys make videos in the chat, just send them through, and I'll make sure to shout you out. And maybe we could do collabs. Like I'd like to do collabs with Sonic the Hedgehog and Andy Ruiz. If you guys want to do collabs, I have a Discord server that we can make videos in. Yeah, Otaku is a meme. That's pretty obvious. Destructor, he's been a meme for fucking years. So, I mean, it doesn't change the fact that his videos are dog shit. So, that doesn't change the fact. He is a meme. Honestly, Jeff, your videos wouldn't be that bad. I'll be real with you, dude. They can't be that bad. Oh, man. So, yeah, if you guys didn't know, my birthday was yesterday. and I had a fun time with family and friends. It felt good. It's been a while since I've been able to actually celebrate my birthday. Um, it was weird because it's really weird because I haven't had like an official party for years, so it felt weird. What was your opinion in the last Ride documentary that Undertaker did? I know it's over a year old, but I'd love to hear what you thought of it. I thought it was really good. I thought it gave us an insight on his life and what he does. And he's a stand-up guy. I know a lot of people don't like him because of his comments on Joe Rogan, but at no point in that documentary did I think that I hated Undertaker. I grew to love him even more because we knew the wrestler, we didn't know the man. And I think that documentary is probably one of the better ones that the WWE has ever produced, and it was a standout on the network. Like, if you got the network to watch that, I wouldn't roast you at all because that was a great documentary. So I'd give it a 10 out of 10, man. It was a great documentary. Otaku has no self-awareness to an autistic level. It's downright embarrassing. I agree. It's weird. The dude thinks he's right. Every single video. I don't know how he would put out a video and think that what he is doing is right. I hate Joe Rogan, but what he said on Joe Rogan's podcast was facts. But yeah, it is facts. Now, the problem with the marks is even the wrestlers took it out of the proportions. They thought that Undertaker was saying, "Oh, we need guns and knives back in the business." No, he just needs people to be tough. So people don't to be SJW pussies. Like, he wants people to be tough like they were back in the 80s and 90s. When he first started, people weren't fucking making sure they looked pretty. They had guns. They were all criminals and shit. They were real men. I'm not saying real men are people who carry guns. Real men are people who present themselves as men and have testosterone and balls. A lot of these guys, Xavier Woods, for an example, he plays video games all the time. I don't hate people who play video games, but when you make video games your whole life, there's a problem. Otaku made never pull out corner videos. Enough said. Yeah, it's disgusting. I don't know why you would make videos like that on YouTube, and I've seen people get videos removed for less offensive reasons, if you understand what I'm trying to say. People like I'm surprised none of my streams have been removed. I mean, me and Destructor made a song called Faggot Faggot. It's a Temper cover by Bullet for My Valentine, and I'm surprised that video or the stream didn't get removed. It's weird. I don't understand. Honestly, I haven't watched Otaku's videos. Like, I've watched a couple of them. I was planning on making a video about him, but honestly, people have said enough about him. There's really nothing I can really add to the subject other than, it's bullshit. Billy Bob Tanyan, that's a BBT network, right? Got his videos taken down for way less. Enough said. Yeah, I agree. Dude, honestly, you know what? For now, I'm gonna name the stream. I'm just gonna say live stream number 4. With or just by myself, I guess. Just call it live stream. Okay. Thoughts on the hater and his beef with TWRP? I watched his video. I understand why he's upset with them. They threw some jabs at him. They said he wasn't part of the wrestling community. He doesn't want to be part of it. I mean, that's his decision. I don't think you should. I don't think he. Oh, all right, Destructor. I'll send you the link. I'm gonna talk about this first, and then you can get in. I don't really have much beef. I don't understand YouTube beef. I don't get it. We all make videos to have fun. If they throw a jab at you, ignore it. Who gives a fuck? I'm not saying each side's right. I'm not saying one person's right. So fuck out of here. People, thoughts on Kreese? What the? Hold on. I know what Kreese is. Hold on. Oh, John Kreese from the Karate Kid. Great actor, dude. He was really good in Cobra. Well, didn't he appear in Cobra Kai? He was great in there. I really enjoy him. Great talent, great actor overall. Like less that I can say. It's great. All right. Well, since Destructor is going to be in here, I'm going to name the live stream number 4 with drum roll, please. Destructor. 4. Save the changes. Only thing I don't like about TWRP is that sometimes they don't know when to shut up. They say too much sometimes. Yeah, I agree, but they also have informative videos. So let's bring Destructor in here.
Oh, fuck you, asshole. Oh, okay. Fucking douche.
I can respect the Undertaker's states in his politics belief openly, especially with Twitter mobs around. Yeah, I agree. He's not a pussy.
And besides, he didn't say much. Like, he doesn't, like, go on these crazy rants like Val Venus. Like, if you want someone who's a right wing who's just a moron, Val Venus is your guy. That guy is just legit retarded. Like, the shit he says, he's like a right wing nut job who thinks Democrats ruin everything. Shit. And, like, I hate Democrats, but like Val, fuck off. You're like the right wing Batista for shit's sakes.
Yeah, there's another guy that got ruined, fucking Batista, man. Like, one of the best wrestlers of all time, but now, dude, holy fuck. What can you even describe him as? Is he a fucking libtard? Like, what is he?
He's a leftist. He like if Val Venus is the right wing nut job, Batista is like a far leftist freaking pussy. He's like an SJW leftist. He's not even a liberal. Like that one kid on Twitter, Jack. Like, he's not even like him.
Val Venus just tweets about weed. Well, he used to, and then he there was a controversy with him where
Nyla Rose.
He put a fucking with Nyla Rose, but also he put pictures on his Twitter, apparently what was on Hunter Biden's laptop, and it was like child porn or whatever. So he got fucking suspended off of Twitter. Batista, I respect. Dave Batista, I don't. Yeah, I agree. That's 100% facts. That's a goated statement right there. And even Stone Cold. Yeah, Stone Cold, he's just a cuck, really. McFoley is just a AEW drone. I mean, he's standing up for he wants to make a video about WWE having issues, but not also doing the same thing for AEW when, I mean, that company's in a state to when it moves to TBS, the ratings are going to go even lower. At least with TNT, that's a mainstream. I mean, people have TBS, but not on the level of TNT. That's like one of the bigger channels. So they're going to lose money and they're going to eventually go out of business. The problem people understand is that this is Tony Khan's, isn't it his father's money he's wasting away? This is not his money. He's essentially doing universe mode in real life, but not even doing a great job. Dave Batista got ruined, by the way. Would you guys like me to do a video on Kane? Yes.
Yeah, you can do another little music video thing like you did for Undertaker and Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, if you're gonna do a tribute, Kane is somebody you should do a tribute on. I was waiting to do a video on Kane a little bit later. I have a couple videos planned. Like, I have to do Destroyer. I'm gonna be live. Well, me and Destroyer are doing a Becky Lynch video. Then on Wednesday, me and VWE are doing a video on the Philadelphia Eagles, because we're both Philadelphia Eagles fans and explaining why the season sucks. And then eventually I'm going to get Destructor on for a Charlotte Ultimate Roast video, which is going to be like 30 or 40 minutes long. So,
it's probably going to be like, we're probably going to sing faggot, or like, we're probably going to be like, we're going to call her tranny jokes. We're going to find every little book in the verse, just to roast that thing, whatever you want to call it.
People, the actor who plays Kreese is Martin Kov. Is it Kov or Love? Ooh. Yeah, I know that. Come on, man. I know that. Yeah, and now Batista have a bunch of Botox and plastic surgery. He's ugly, dude. What the fuck happened to him?
He must have taken, like, Angelina loves his Botox, except just look way worse than that broad did. At least with her, at least she looks like some fucking hooker broad that you can, like, have her suck your dick or something. Like, freaking Batista, I swear, he's starting to look more like freaking, like, a woman, which is really weird for someone like his case. Like, I don't know what the fuck happened. Like, I think it's just freaking, like TWRP mentions with the conspiracy theory bullshit, which I have my own gripes with the conspiracy theory shit, but some of that shit with, like, the whole Hollywood satanic pedophile shit and, like, freaking, like, all that satanic shit, look at Batista. It's just unnatural. Like, if you take a picture of him before he left WWE in 2010, and then when he does, like, freaking, Hollywood, like, a few years later, man looks unrecognizable.
Did you see their video on they questioned 9/11?
Yeah, watch that.
I don't know how I feel about that video.
9/11 to me is an inside job. That's some bullshit right through and through. Like just the fact, because like just the fact when the news reporters were like overreacting, my dad realized, okay, this is bullshit. If you look at Bush at the time, like when someone told him like, oh, it happened, he didn't even like have a big reaction. It's like, huh? He just didn't give a shit. Like he was kind of happy. He's like, yes, the plan's going through. Like, it's like
if it was an inside job, they decided to.
They attack themselves just so they can go bomb the Middle East and get the oil,
and then kill Bin Laden to frame it on him.
Yeah, but that took like way long later.
I will say this: their conspiracy videos are interesting and intriguing. Yeah, I agree, but some of the stuff, like the Illuminati video, I really enjoyed that. Like the Secret Covenant, the Illuminati, I like that video. I like the one about the New World Order. There's a couple other videos like I'm not trying to hate on them because I don't. I really enjoy their content sometimes, but some of their conspiracy videos don't really make too much sense to me. Maybe it's because I don't understand the topic as greatly, but some of it just doesn't really make too much sense. For the most part, Andy.
Some of the conspiracy videos, like I don't know if they've done a video on chemtrails yet, but like I'm like that shit is just fucking retarded. Like I heard that shit around before. I'm like, it just makes no fucking sense because the shit is like talking about like, oh, how the air makes us like working like more sicker and shit like that. If that were the case, we would all be fucked by now, especially in like New York. New York would be like evacuated like a long time ago. Like shit like chemtrails, I'm like, that's just autistic and shit. But
now, Destructor, I know everybody in the chat knows you're a huge metal fan. Now, have you been to any metal concerts? And if you have, who did you see?
Sadly, I've only been to one show, and the only show it was like fucking, what was it, a few years ago? It was like Disturbed, and the open act was 3 Days Grace. Only came there for Disturbed. Like, freaking, it was with my my aunt, because she's a Disturbed fan, and I mean, she's a cool chick, so I'll give her that. It was a fun show. Like, Disturbed was great. 3 Days Grace sucked ass. Like, they were awful. And, like, I think the singer of that show, he looked like Matt Tuck from Bullet for a Valentine if he, like, crossed between Scream and Fire and, like, The Poison. It was like, bro, you're looking gay as fuck. And you were terrible, too.
Sure, I don't mind doing a video on Kane. I like Kane. Would you guys like me to use a metal song for it?
Yeah, that fits.
Problem is, you have to pick a metal song that isn't copyrighted.
Bro, he did that for Brock Lesnar. He picked a Megadeth song, and I'm like, bro, it was fine. One? It was Head Crusher. You'll be fine. My advice is to use it.
Head Crusher. I don't know if I'd put that for Brock Lesnar. I think I would. I don't know.
I probably would.
Yeah, that Disturbed. Yeah, but their musicians are actually very talented. Like their guitar player, the main guitar player, he's really good.
Oh yeah, and David Draymond, the bald Jew man, he's a talented singer.
Yeah, I'll say this: anybody who says, if anybody wants to debate metal bands, who's the greatest metal band of all time, nobody comes close to Megadeth. I'm already saying that. It's not because I'm a Megadeth fan. I think that their music is just objectively better than every single metal band. If you want to debate it, they're not better than fucking Pantera's not better than them. Metallica's not better than them. Anthrax ain't fucking better than them. Slayer ain't better than them. Nobody is better.
No one would put Anthrax as the greatest of all time.
No, I mean I like Anthrax, but they are. I think they were like a pity pick for the Big Four. Honestly, I think somebody like Testament could have been a better pick.
Well, Testament was on the same show with Megadeth, like in 1990, with like when the Painkiller era tour when that happened. So there's the.
Okay, Jeff, if you'd like to argue, I will list off all the Megadeth albums that are better.
Pantera only has like freaking like 2 really good albums, and the rest of their stuff is like mediocre. And not to mention, no. Here's the thing, because I know why people are put Pantera as the greatest of all time. The only 2 reasons why Pantera people consider them the GOAT is because Dimebag Darrell died, and also because they went #1 without compromising being a radio band. That's it. And like even then, Dimebag's a good guitar player, but Dave Mustaine would school him no problem because all Dimebag does is like outside of his solos, his main riffs are pretty standard chug like. Just saying, like, come on. Like,
I think if you any metal guitarist, if you're gonna go, I will give two people who you should strive to be like. James Hetfield for his riff writing, because we have to be real, his riff writing is like top tier. And for just being a fast, heavy guitar player who can do solos really well, be like Dave Mustaine.
I would probably say John Petrucci, to be honest.
I mean, John Petrucci's good, but he's overrated. Like, people overrate him a lot. I don't see people actively saying Dave Mustaine's a top 5 guitar player.
That's because it's thrash metal, and plus, like, more people know, like, Metallica and shit. Like, Dave's a great guitar player, and he definitely has his right to be influential, but the problem I have with Dave's, like, overall writing stuff is that he's great at everything, but he's not goated at anything, if that makes sense. Like, he's solid everywhere. Like, James Hetfield, like, he won't be giving you solos, because that's Kirk Lammett's job, but he has the top tier rhythm playing. John Petrucci, he has riffs for days, and his solos are like, oh my god, you want to be like this guy. Like, even Dimebag, like, his solos, you want to do his solos, you know? Like,
I mean, I agree with Jeff. He says, I think Phil Anselmo is a better vocalist. That's not even debatable. I mean, at least the thing is with Dave Mustaine, he was a competent singer, but he is not, like, even James Hetfield is a better singer than him by, like, miles.
Please. Even Megadeth fans would say, like, Dave Mustaine's vocals are ass and they only listen to him for the music. They don't listen for the vocals. That's the last thing you listen to Megadeth for.
Okay, kill me over this. In terms of playing fast and better solos, I'd say Mustaine was better in Metallica, but that's just me. I have to disagree with you.
He was barely there, and he was
barely in Metallica. Like, the only song, like, if you wanted to say one of the songs he played on Kill 'Em All that he was great, was fucking Jump in the Fire. But even then, he was, I think about it, even on fucking Peace Sells, you're telling me that Wake Up Dead breakdown at the end was worse than anything he ever did in Metallica?
Yeah, plus not to mention Dave Mustaine wasn't refined yet. He was still like really good, but he needed to refine his skills, and he started refining his skills very quickly. As soon as Peace Sells came, he started refining his shit.
Yep.
And now we get where he became today. Like, with guitar players, you gotta look for, like, certain, like, things. Like, you want the big riffs, or you want the big, solos, or have the atmosphere or some shit like that. Like, most people, when they consider GOAT guitar players, again, like Petrucci, Steve Vai. Yeah, that's true, unfortunately, even though I think it's complete
honestly,
bullshit.
I think, I agree. Though, okay, I'll read this comment later, but I think his best guitar, like Dave Mustaine, if you're going to say, like, he peaked, it's on Rust in Peace. I think that was his best work as a guitar player. I don't know. I mean, you could debate Countdown to Extinction, but I mean, the riffs on Rust in Peace were the best riffs that he's ever written. If he did write riffs in songs, like, did we lose Destructor here?
Nah, I'm just looking at Twitter and I'm like, God, I'm just seeing retards, and I'm like, bruh, like, this one guy is like such like the freaking WrestleMania is having 2 nights. This is one guy, like, here's his response. He was like, "You're all such 2 children. WrestleMania 2 nights work perfectly, but you're all too small-minded to see it." And by you all, I mean you just fucking he added me and, like, fucking Dominic Wrestling Show.
WrestleMania should be 1 night. It shouldn't be 2 nights.
Even with someone like Dominic Wrestling Show, he's like a smart, I would say. Even he's like, bro, like, fucking.
You're a moron. I've watched his content. I don't like Dominic's Wrestling Show's I don't like his content at all.
He's just a kid. I don't hate the guy. He's just a kid.
No, I don't hate him either, but at the same time, I don't like his content. I'm not going to go out of my way to view his content, because he has a lot of the smart opinions.
Well, yeah, that's to be expected from an AEW fan. Like, I don't grade him that high for standards, because he's a kid, and, like, he's just enjoying shit. Plus, he's not like a dickwad. Like, he's open minded to, like, other people's opinions. That's why he's following me.
Let me clear this up on fucking stream. For everybody that says we're attacking Izzy Mania, we aren't. If anything, her parents are fucking dickheads, because MSK, if you don't know the story, MSK refused to train her because they thought she was too young. She's 14. Why would you train to be a professional wrestler at 14? You're still you're barely in high school at that point. Her parents are the ones that should be blamed. If anything, I'm tell you this now. I haven't attacked her at all. I said that her parents are dickheads on screen. Okay. Would the 2 nights of WrestleMania have worked back in the Attitude Era?
No,
no, it wouldn't. No.
It's too much filler. The problem,
it's too much matches and too much fillers. It's not good enough for that.
Not enough stories.
No, there's not enough story.
The WrestleMania is supposed to be the best of the best. Okay, like imagine, look at like WrestleMania 17. Imagine if that was 2 nights. Like, okay, yeah, it'd probably be fun, but it wouldn't be as goated as it was. Like, it just makes no sense. Like, fucking WrestleMania, you look at, like, all the WrestleManias, like, ever since, like, 36 it did this, 36, if you condense it to, like, one night, you know, have the world title matches, the movie matches, you know, like, have, like, I don't know, like, obviously, like, Charlotte, Rhea Ripley, because the Royal Rumble shit, you know, like, have, like, you know, like, another match or two, like, just to spice things up, you probably get a decent WrestleMania. Like, you get a decent WrestleMania, for God's sakes. Like, fucking, like, especially, look at, like, last year's Mania. Like, this year, obviously. Like, from 37, worst WrestleMania ever. Somehow worse than WrestleMania 2, which is fucking saying something.
Would you say it's worse than WrestleMania 30?
Yes. Okay, my least favorite WrestleMania used to be WrestleMania 2, but now it's 37. WrestleMania 30 is awful, but I don't think it's as bad as some of the other Manias, like 35 or 11 or 9.
At least 30, you could say, had actual recognizable names on there, but like for 37, there's no build for anything. They fast-tracked Rhea Ripley to the point, like it gave me that like Finn Balor vibe where like he comes up, beats fucking Roman Reigns on his first night. Then he goes to fucking SummerSlam, beats Rollins, who were 2 top guys at the time. Bro, stop fast tracking these NXT prospects if they're not good. Like, I don't even hate Rhea Ripley. She's not too bad, but she's not great enough. She's not good enough to be in that main event scene. Even in our video with Destroyer, I made that clear. And with Finn Balor, he was never should have been put in that spot anyway. I would have, if anything, if Elias was around back in that day, he was more fucking deserving because at least he had a character and charisma. At least 30 had things like Hogan and Stone Cold in the ring together. Brock beating Taker. I hate to say it. Bryan winning the title. The match at least had the Batista. Yeah, at least there were memorable moments of 30. What is the most memorable? Oh my god! What is the most memorable fucking moment from the last 3 WrestleManias?
Well, WrestleMania 36 has the movie matches and nothing else. Right, freaking. So okay, that's that. This year's WrestleMania literally has nothing. Like, people say Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre, like, you know, the Universal title match. Those matches, I wouldn't say bad, but they were not good. Like, especially the Universal title match. That was, like, boring and mediocre. And terrible. Daniel Bryan ruined it. And plus, okay, like, Edge and Roman, again, I didn't see their match in the Money in the Bank because I don't give a shit. But, like, from people seem to enjoy it, so, like, why bother? So, like, it was a waste of time, really, when you look at it from the grand scheme of things. WrestleMania 37 just had nothing good to offer. The only thing I liked was that friggin' Matt Riddle got his head caved in by Sheamus. One moment.
Yeah, Jeff, the Silver Dome, that's more remembered than anything that's happened in the last 5 WrestleManias combined.
That's facts. Like, here's the thing. Like, WrestleMania 30, if Manias like WrestleMania 2, 9, and 11 didn't exist, and along with, of course, 35 and 37, it probably would be the worst WrestleMania. But sadly, those Manias exist, so it's like, what, the 6th worst?
Yeah.
Exactly. That's another reason why it's like the worst WrestleMania. You have women main event in night 1, which is bullshit because they don't fucking draw and they're ugly bitches. People left fucking in droves. Like, come on. And night 2, you had the big dog Roman Reigns. He pretty much just clowns on Edge and Bryan, making it pointless to have Bryan in the match for pinning because then Roman already did. So it's like, what the fuck? Like, what, Braun Strowman, Shane McMahon? It was predictable, and you had an okay spot, I guess, but it was still a bunch of autism garbage. What the fuck?
I agree, Jeff. I don't hate Drew McIntyre. I think he's good. He's probably the best that they fucking got outside of Roman and Brock and Edge.
Overhated, and he's the guy that should beat Roman. But fucking what else? Bad Bunny like fucking Bad Bunny was there. Who fucking cares? Fuck Bad Bunny. And like I don't know what it is with these fucking anti-smarks. Like, oh my god, Bad Bunny's great. Because what? You did a Canadian short? Fuck off. Do your shitty ass like freaking Spanish music.
They
Nobody
only said
cares
it was because they thought he was a fucking draw, when in reality, like, he couldn't fucking talk at all. What was the WrestleMania where Bam Bam Bigelow was the main? Was that when he faced Lawrence Taylor? Or was that in fucking WCW?
No, that was WrestleMania 11. That was like WrestleMania 11 was bad.
That match was more remembered than anything else because at least, like, look at it this way: Lawrence Taylor was like the best football player at that time. I don't know if he retired yet, but he's the greatest defensive player of all time. And Bam Bam Bigelow is criminally underrated. I like Bam Bam Bigelow a lot. Cesaro still sucks though. Yeah, he sucked. He sucked ever since he lost. Ever since he just like Zeb Coulter didn't do anything with him, and after he left the Real Americans, he's been dog shit terrible ever since then. And no, he doesn't deserve a fucking chance. If he deserves a chance, then fucking Mansoor deserves a chance. This isn't fucking participation trophies, dude. I can't fucking understand it. And despite the accent, I can actually understand what Drew is saying. Becky Lynch has a heavy Irish accent. At least Drew can cut a decent promo, and you're not like, well, what did he say? Yeah, Zeb Coulter was one of the best because he could talk and he was a good manager. And you know, at that time, Jack Swagger and Cesaro were actually good. Now Cesaro's a fucking jobber in WWE, and Jack Swagger's Jake Hager hasn't done shit in fucking AEW. Anti-smarks are smarks. They overrate anything they think will draw huge ratings. Also with anti-smarks, yep. they go off of physique and potential star power. Look at Cross. Like Cross used to be good in fucking TNA, but now he sucks. It's because Cross kind of like bent to the will of everybody now. He needs to get fucking better if he wants to be. Yeah, he's being pushed, but other guys could get pushed. Keith Lee, he's gained way too much weight, and I feel bad for him because he almost died with COVID, or a heart problem or something like that. I hope he recovers, but he's still dog shit terrible. Matt Riddle is dog shit. I don't want anybody to say, like, that's another thing with anti-smarks. Remember when Matt Riddle and Goldberg had like legit heat? They were like, oh, that could draw huge money. I did that too.
Wouldn't.
It wouldn't, because nobody knows who the fuck Matt Riddle is outside of UFC diehards.
And even then, like Walt Clyde, he made a video exposing Matt Riddle as like a UFC jobber. So so already he's not a tough guy. It makes more sense. No wonder why his kicks suck. Like the problem with these cocksucking anti-smarks is the reason why I never consider myself one of them, just because I hate smarks, I must be one of them. No, it's just freaking when you have these motherfucking anti-smarks, they are pretty much the reverse smarks. They're just there to oppose freaking smarks. Like, they'll like something just because smarks hate it. Great example, Eva Marie. This bitch sucks. She's not talented. She's boring. She's a plastic surgeon bimbo bitch. That's all she's good for. They almost say she got quote-unquote heel heat, because I know someone's like, but she got heat. Only because, it's not because like she's doing her job. It's because the smarts hate her because she's some kind of model. Like, seriously. She has no heat. So automatically your argument is wrong, okay? Like, you had like freaking Cross who got overhyped. Like, he could have been good because there was some good stuff in Impact, but he's like not like pretty much a joke now.
He could have been a great upper mid carder, and I agree, Jeff. I liked Cross, but I personally, Scarlett Bordeaux has more drawing potential and star power than Karrion Kross. Honestly, anti-smarks have really made Cross overrated to the point where he is not enjoyable anymore. Yeah. So if you if you enjoy him at the point, anti-smarks hype him up as like the next god, and when in reality he's not that god. He's not even close. People were like, "Oh, he could have great matches with Brock Lesnar." Bro, the fuck are you talking about?
Bro, that Brock Lesnar match would be a disappointment. Like all it would be like what? Cross doing like some suplexes, Brock doing like Germans, and it would barely last like under 10 minutes.
I mean, it would look cool because it's two big dudes, but like Brock, is just way bigger than Cross. It's not even comparable. Cross is a decently sized guy, but compared to Brock or even Roman Reigns, he just looks tiny.
Cross looks like freaking Randy Orton if he was Cuban. That's it. That's all Cross is. And then, like, you have the other anti-smart darks. Keith Lee, fat ass. He does cruiserweight moves. Like, freaking. So you hate it when smarks do flippy flip bullshit, but you're okay with Keith Lee? Shut the fuck up. Like, okay, Matt Riddle. Okay, well, Matt Riddle's hatred that's starting to die down. I think even they're starting to realize he sucks, so that's a good thing. But like, they'll still complain like about bullshit. Like, who else is a fan favorite? Oh yeah, fucking who else? LA Knight, bootleg Rock, boring. He's not cool. Like every promo this guy does, he always has to have this stupid line. Let me talk to you. It's like it's not even funny. It's like it's stupid and boring. So why are you even doing this? Like, it's just not cool. Like, I don't understand why people are like, oh my god, this guy's great. No, most of you guys just like mediocre freaking like jobbers. Because like on the core principle, like anti-smarks, like yeah, I would love to be an anti-smark on the core paper because what they want is freaking charismatic people, larger than life, sexy women. Yeah, I agree. That's good. Problem is, you guys don't have the taste for it. You don't know what's what. Naggle.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hello, what's up, buddy? Good to see you.
Well, my Devils whooped the Sabres ass at overtime.
Woo!
Bro, it's only the Sabres, but congratulations.
Damn, can't even give him that one.
Are you fucking sucks, Destructor? He's not gonna push it up unless we stay above 500 for at least 2 weeks.
It's only It's only against like the worst team.
Yeah, but Jaron James is
keep it
here,
up,
but
though.
He's not talking. He's here. Thoughts on the Miz? He's terrible.
If you guys can beat some of like the big best teams, if you keep this up, you actually make the playoffs. You better keep your momentum up.
So
considering your division,
if we upset the Lightning, if we at least upset the Lightning, would you give us some respect?
I'd be like, well, I'd be like, that's pretty good. You got it. I won't be impressed until you guys are locked in the playoffs. That's for no team. Like you need to prove to me that you can freaking get the job done. It's not just about. It's early in the season, so like anything can happen.
I understand it's very early, but any upset can happen, and I'll take that if we even come up mediocre. So
DST, I have some good news for you.
The Leafs are gay.
I have some good news for you, DST.
Yeah, what happened?
I am going to be making a praise video on you in a week.
Oh, wow. That actually is truly flattering.
Oh, yeah.
No, I never liked The Miz. I thought
I hated him.
The Miz sucks. Like, that's another TWRP. You should like The Miz because of what he's done in life. No, fuck The Miz. Maurice is fucking hot, okay?
Her tits
fucking hot. I would literally not remove my face from her tits, ever.
Here's the thing.
Ever. Because I'm not.
Look, the only people
who
are getting on the Miz's dick is because he shit talked Daniel Bryan that the anti-smarks already hate. That's the only reason why people would be on the Miz's dick.
And not even that because the WWE Championship that he won, just because lol fuck you because of TWRP's video. Like I hated the Miz from day one. There's a reason why I did like the Miz sucks and like freaking called him gay and shit. Because he's fucking gay. Like he's just not good. He's a boring had discount rock. Lefty is just not interested about raging about the Miz anymore. Like that guy doesn't give a shit about wrestling. If it wasn't for the fact that people like the Elitists and Bonafide Heat made videos praising, Smart Busters, they would still be fucking doing their premium content era shit, and they would not be giving a fuck.
Where do they do their premium content on?
They did their premium content after like SummerSlam of 2017, and they did it until like mid 2020 when they came back and did like an AEW sucks, I believe.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all.
When will you do a Joe Gacy video? Next week.
Yeah, how long it's been since they returned to doing regular
I think a year
content, like a month now?
Yeah, just about a little over a year. Ironically, it's around my time when I started doing my channel, when I started getting that shit up, the Smart Busters, they just came back and just did their little videos.
I agree.
Why? Thank you, Sonic. Even though it's a 6-month-old video, I'm so proud of that Viz video. It got me freaking shit on from like the gay anti-smarks. Oh wait, that's another. Speaking of anti-smarks,
why does anti-smarks exist?
Because smarks exist. DST show as sad as it is.
I will do a Miz video. I mean, is the Miz even relevant enough to do a video on him? If he is, I will do a video on him. Like soon, I guess. I have so many videos planned, dude. Jonathan, I can't even like tell you. Oh shit, for real? TWRP just uploaded a video on Ring of Honor. When? Right now?
I'll probably watch that one.
Hold on, let me check this shit out.
If Maurice is leaked with a bikini, then we'll do a Miz top 10 sucks.
Hell yeah!
That's all we promise.
Oh yeah, you guys can be in that video.
The Miz is not, has never been a headliner in his career, including whenever it comes to news. So if Maurice is doing something, we'll do something including the Miz. That's technically it.
Jeff, you're a fucking liar.
We'll do Naomi.
You're a fucking liar, Jeff. Be ashamed of yourself.
Why would TWRP even waste their time with Ring of Honor?
Because they feel
Ring of Honor has something.
Because because they have to do like a sucks video on every company. They did one for AEW. They did one for WWE. They did one for Impact.
Jonathan, I don't have any thoughts on you because I don't know who you are. But
all I know is you're a fan of mine, so that's
you're cool. I mean, you're cool. I'm not gonna say like you're. I don't know who you are personally, but you're cool. Seth Rollins and Edge are having a pretty good feud and good matches for these fans, but the fact he's not in main event proves he's a main event failure. Who? Seth Rollins?
Yeah, I think
it's a mid card feud, guys. Like it's probably the best feud right now.
Plus, it'd be good to elevate because Edge is doing a good thing. Like he's getting over Rollins. He's getting the attention. If it's still up in the mid card, if it was an opener or if it was a shitty main event, it wouldn't be on TV. I think they're doing a good job of Rollins.
Okay, my bad, Jeff. I don't think they deleted it. I'm on my computer, so it might take a hot minute for it to actually load up. My bad. Yeah, I agree. Ring of Honor is terrible. It's boring.
Well, yeah, it sucks.
By the way, what the fuck was with Bound for Glory? I heard Strowman was scrapped to not come.
I don't know. I guess they didn't feel like putting him on, but yet they'll put the Iconics on. But like, what is it? Like the Miz, like I say, whenever the Miz returns, do a video on him, so that way you get people talking. Like I did the Miz video like when he won the WWE Championship, so that's whatever. I don't like freaking. It's not surprising, so whatever.
Thoughts on art classes? Art
boring.
Classes suck because they never let you do. You do more stuff in advanced ceramics than fucking art classes. Because art classes they do bare minimum shit. It's terrible. At least Miz hasn't banned. What is that? Banged the people Ziggler has in that. Oh yeah, he fucked Amy Schumer. Ugh.
Freaking look at
Amy
Schumer, yeah.
The problem is
Nikki
like
Bella,
yeah, but the problem is this is Nikki Bella before she got the boobs and shit. So it's like it was mid. Okay. It was mid so Nikki Bella. Yes, it was mid Nikki Bella.
Yeah, Seth Rollins is a better mid Carter. That's not even debatable.
All the Miz. Okay, here's the thing: the Miz, the person, like he seems like a good guy. He seems like some morals. He seems like. He knows what's what. Like, he's not, like, a brainwashed moron. But, like, as a wrestler, he's boring.
He's terrible. Him and Morrison are god-awful together.
Like, when you look at TWRP's video on the video...
Be saved because he looks like a star.
He's a mid-card actor.
I'm not saying that he can't be saved, but when he's with The Miz, they're dog shit terrible together. That's the problem. By himself, he can probably do something. I just saw their video. They did do a top 10 sucks in Ring of Honor. Thoughts on the hater? I like the hater. Really? I think he's okay.
Cool channel. He makes some cool content. But with him, it's like the thing with the haters that he just doesn't upload much. I mean, he doesn't give a shit, which I don't blame him. He's just probably doing his normal life. But like with the Miz, when you look at the Miz, like look at TWRP. Okay, like I love the guys. I'm not trying to shit on them, but all they did was praise Miz as a person, not even as a wrestler. Like come on.
Yeah, Morrison is pretty bad on the mic.
Yeah, exactly. Whenever they do whenever people do a sucks on a pro wrestler, we don't always judge them because of how they are as a human being.
Otherwise,
unless they give us the right to do so.
You know what I said in my Johnny Gargano video that I did a long time ago? I said, before I start this video, I'd like to say that I'm not attacking the person Johnny Gargano. I'm attacking I'm attacking Johnny Gargano, the person who we see on TV, his fucking character. Because people are like, oh, you know, he's a great dude in real life. I don't give a fuck if he's a good dude in real life. We don't see the real life him. We see what he puts on TV. That's a fucking character. So I have to say that in every fucking video before people, because it's annoying as fuck.
He's allowed to say
that. You don't know, Becky Lynch is a really cool person in real life. Well, I don't give a fuck who the fuck Becky Lynch is. I care about her fucking shitty dog shit, ugly ass, fucking tranny ass on my TV.
Oh wow, yo, it seems like
you.
Everyone's going off on Becky, but again, she deserves it. I guess I must have unintentionally inspired a train of fucking rage towards her in my video.
Destructor with his cycle of hatred
have a fucking I
for
have
Becky
a
Lynch.
Yeah,
just make it a cycle of hatred for Becky Lynch, bro.
Oh, wait, I probably will make a sucks part 2 to this bitch, and I'll probably like I will keep ragging on her forever. Trust me, until she goes away. Even if she goes away again, like I wish I was doing YouTube videos and I was good. I would have been like, hallelujah, Becky's gone. Go fuck yourself. Like I probably did this song just because I can. But
oh, it's all about the kids, Michael.
Kids, Michael.
Rod Van Dam is cool.
You know, it really is all about the kids there, Taz. And John. Yeah, we have John on the broadcast booth tonight. It's so good.
Maggle.
I like both women, Michael.
Oh, Michael, you see them titties on
the
Jackson.
black jobbers.
This is...
They rip off the APA.
Damn!
Morrow, you're still a pussy.
Mamma mia!
Mamma mia! Mamma mia!
Attack. I'm getting anxiety attack. Oh god, Mamma mia! 3 inches is average. 3 inches is average. Mamma.
Kevin Nash is goated.
Kevin Nash is awesome. I love Kevin Nash. Okay,
clap it up for Jaren James.
If Kevin Nash can get the X Division over, he's a he's a goat.
Okay,
3 decades of legendary shit.
And Kevin Nash is just a cool guy. Where Roman Reigns, he tries to go for like the Kevin Nash cool guy thing, but where Roman Reigns lacks the coolness, Kevin Nash excels in being like, "Hey, yo, I'm the cool." Like, you know, I'm cool. Roman Reigns, the biggest problem with the guy is that he doesn't have the coolness. Like, I get his tone.
If they let me talk, I would join on there. They have too many people backstage, though, so like I'd have to wait a long-ass time to get in there. Personally, I like doing these live streams because I can show my real personality. You know, the people that don't see it on my fucking videos because you guys know my fucking videos, I sound like I'm a fucking depressed whale. I'm like, oh, guys,
you sound like a depressed you sound like a depressed emo kid or some shit.
Yeah, and then when I'm on live stream, I'm like, "You're a fucking faggot!" Ah!
To be fair, I think you'll probably finally get that on your videos because, like, I still have the energetic personality while I'm on my streams and doing my shit.
Well, you know, I try to bring out my great personality on these live streams here, you know, because I have more freedom and, I mean, everybody.
Thoughts on fake Kevin Nash? Was that fake Diesel? That was Kane, fake right? Diesel. It was fake Diesel.
Yeah.
What the?
It was okay. It was pretty bad, but fake Razor Ramon was more bad than fucking Kevin Nash. Holy shit!
At least fake Kevin Nash. At least it turned into like someone good.
Wade Barrett got screwed over by John Cena, but he wouldn't have been a fucking
no,
he didn't. Hey, shut up! No. I'm reading this comment. Fuck. Wade Barrett got screwed over by John Cena. No, he didn't, because Wade Barrett would have never been a big star. Even when he was fucking Bad News Bear, he was a mid-carder.
I'm afraid I got some bad news for you. You're not gonna
got some bad news for you. Shut the fuck up.
Even though he had the size, even though like he had the size, he could talk. The guy was just a borderline mid-carder. He was entertaining.
Nexus, all of them in there were jobbers except for Ryback, and even then
Mason Ryan, Husky Harris, Heath Slater, and Justin Gabriel, the rapist, faggot, piece of shit. And now he's called PJ Black on Ring of Honor. I hope all these emo fags, they are all indie dudes. I'm sick and tired of being like, oh, the Nexus could have been... The only guy that would have been something is Skip Sheffield, and now he's up with fake-ass vegan videos with his giving death threats to Vince McMahon.
Hey, guys, I'm gonna go mute for a little bit. I'm gonna let you guys take over the stream for a little bit, because I have a little emergency to take care of real quick. I'll be back in like 10 minutes. I'm gonna remove myself. Now it's the DST and Destructor show.
Alrighty, the worst wrestler ever. Well, it's Becky Lynch. You already know my. You already know that you already all know my least favorite wrestler. Like, come on. Like, I made it abundantly clear that Becky Lynch is like the worst wrestler ever. You'll never debate me on that. Okay, you can say like whoever, and I'm like, no, it's gonna just be Becky Lynch.
Nijax.
I mean, yeah, she's also. Oh yeah, she's pretty.
Terrible backstage, fat as fuck, and can't ever be mature. How is that a reliable woman you could have on your main roster? And the only reason, and nepotism makes it even worse because it shows that whatever this bitch is gonna do is unpunished. Unlike the Usos, even though these assholes get themselves into trouble, have an ugly ass black wife, and can't change their character without getting carried by Roman. At least the Usos have talent. I expect a good match from the Usos. Nia Jax comes around breaking Japanese chicks' necks, and people are like, oh, give her a chance. Did you know she came from double ACL injury or a car accident? I don't give a fuck. You think anybody cares about this fat cunt? Tamina's more talented. And the most that she has going for her is that her dad killed his girlfriend, and she can't talk. Nia Jax can't even talk or wrestle or walk on two legs because of her sweet potato ass build. She sucks.
Even the Yeti is better than Becky Lynch and Nia Jax. Yeah, because it was memorable. It was memorable. People know the fuck
Yeti.
that is.
At least the Yeti.
There.
At least the Yeti, you can make fun of it.
Mayday. Drop my phone. Uh-oh.
Yeti. These people know what the Yeti is.
Yes. Everybody. Not a lot of people, actually. A bunch of these Gen Z assholes in here don't know who it is.
What culture thinks everybody remembers? What culture thinks that their fan base always knows dumb shit that WCW did 20 years ago? Like, can you stop bringing this up? Like, oh, obviously you remember the finger poke at Doom. I just came here to see Roman Reigns. What the fuck? I'm being really on. Like, you expect What Culture to be like any other YouTube channel that's moved up a bit higher, like the TV status.
It's the Yeti. There he is. There's the Yeti.
You remember, of course, the lesbians from Monday Night Raw back in 2002.
Oh, Michael, I remember I really wanted to fuck the shit out of them.
Oh, look here, Mike. Look here, Cole. I see a 16-year-old in the front row. King, what are you doing?
Puppies!
Oh, look at those
puppies! Woo!
Look at those underage puppies! Woo!
No doubt about it, Cole.
Taz, shut the fuck up of your fifth neck.
I mean, like, the problem is, like, the Yeti, the only thing people know about him is they did this segment with, like, the Big Show where they were, like, doing something stupid. I'm like, okay, yeah, it's, like a segment that was, like, bad, but it's, like, whatever. It happened a long time ago. And I'd rather have a shit ton of Yetis on my show than, like, some jobber shit today.
Yeah, but wait, why you remember something from 1995?
Because Jeff grew up in that era.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not a Gen Zer.
Understanding. If he was a kid, like any kid, like you watch too much What Culture. If you know who the Yeti is, if you know what the finger poke do, because that's all they do. Because whenever they make their own content, they're boring as shit. You watch What Culture, your dick decreases by each centimeter video.
Well, yeah, because they're not interesting fucks. Like, come on, they're just freaking like a waste of like time.
Let me, because these are supposedly a legit source in What Culture. Why are they called What Culture? They don't talk about culture.
It's more a brand company thing. The thing about the thing why they call themselves What Culture is that before I'll be back. The reason why they're called What Culture is because they used to actually talk about culture. It's just the problem is, like when we know them for like their shitty wrestling, it's like What Culture wrestling. Like they have a bunch of other shit. Haters better than TWRP.
So it's
I would say they're probably one of the same, but like What Culture, they did other shit before doing a wrestling channel. Then around 2014, they decided to make a wrestling channel, and they grew from there. I think the wrestling channel is probably the most popular channel they ever have. Way more than like say their other stuff.
Trek Culture.
Oof.
They deadass something called Trek Culture, What Culture Horror. Okay, so it's Nerd Culture. That's what they. So why the fuck do you have to separate your channels 4 times and still your weak ass pro wrestling videos are the most popular? And you have like 4 assholes that look like Sami Zayn. Simon Mill is the only man that looks like he's drinking. He's actually went to the gym like once a week, and 2 men look like rapists. This one here just looks like Drew Gulak from NXT. No, not Drew Gulak. Fuck. He looks like Oni Larkin from NXT. That's what he looks like.
Yeah, okay, so out of all the wasted great potential to PGR there, John, which ones were disappointing? Rusev, Ryback, or Bray Wyatt? Probably Bray Wyatt or
Ryback.
Rusev. Not really Ryback, because Ryback, let's be honest here, he was really never going. He's not really a guy that I think I would put as a WWE champion. He's an upper mid card wrestler. Like, he has the look, like he was over. But the problem is that Ryback, when like maybe he could have been champion, but like you needed to give him time. Like he wasn't ready. They said they fucked him by that. Guys like Rusev and Bray Wyatt, when they got fucked, they could have easily been ready for like the World Championship. Especially Bray Wyatt at that time. Like in 2014, Bray Wyatt was like one of the best things going on wrestling. Like he was charismatic. Everything what he did was interesting. Like sure, some of his matches may have sucked, like against Cena at Extreme Rules or some shit. But that doesn't matter. Bray Wyatt was interesting. And then after that, like honestly, after like the Undertaker shit, Bray Wyatt would become a jobber, then had a fleeting relevance once again in like 2017, get fucked by Randy Orton, then just do nothing for a few years, bring the Fiend, get a big comeback again for the second time. Very rare that happens. Has a fairly successful, Hell in a Cell happens, but it doesn't ruin him. It just freaking like derails him, but he quickly recovers and has a freaking lengthy title run, which freaking it went well. Goldberg happened, which was unfortunate, but Bray Wyatt, like he would do fine. He was doing just fine. It's just when he feuded with Randy Orton and then lost him, it's just when everything went downhill. Like once like this year happened, it was just gone. It was like no. And it was like it was the it for him.
The only grievances that I have is you could have made more. You could have benefited more off the Swamp Cult character than you could have with the Fiend, because the Fiend was just another ripoff Undertaker Kane with no mythos implanted other than where you had to build back over to I couldn't get over as the Swamp character, so now I'm the Fiend and I want my vengeance. Like there's no allure there. There's nothing to keep me hooked.
It could have worked. The problem is just like WWE, like this is a classic case of WWE's booking being retarded. Like it's one thing for him to be like the champion. Like I think that could have been fine, even though I think they did it too early.
You never should have made him champion. You could have kept that for the short term. That's my thing. You could have made it last for a few weeks.
I think like you could have just made it like last at most 3 months, and then he can lose it to like Roman Reigns or something, and not like in the way he did, not like to a finisher. Because I feel like Rollins, like the thing that really derailed is just because he kicked out of so many finishers because someone was like, "Durr." Like it's like no, it doesn't make any sense. Like it's just like nonsense. Like I don't buy into that. And plus the fans really hated it, and it's like this is really stupid. Like WWE kind of really fucked Bray Wyatt over, and like even though I'm not really a fan of his these days because I don't care for him, I do understand his freaking like he's one of the few wrestlers that I can actually understand like want to say fuck you WWE. You know what I mean?
Bray actually had the talent. I do agree. I feel like Bray was a bit screwed over by the creative. Wait, who else he had on that list? He said Rusev. Now he looks more fit. The guy looks like a killer. If AEW wasn't shitty at making storylines, I would actually do a lot with Rusev. I would do a
Rusev
lot
should be I'd make him world champion. Like I like Rusev. I may actually do good for wrestling on it. I think he's really talented. And every time I watch AEW, I like what he's doing with his freaking whole God's favorite champion shtick. I like this.
Yes.
It's believable. It's badass, and the way he looks like a main eventer. He looks like a guy that like if you show someone like who has forgotten about wrestling or new to wrestling, like this is what wrestling is. You show him like Miro and be like, holy shit, wait, that's what wrestling. Like this guy looks cool. Like he has the cool factor to him. He has that.
You can put him in an action figure.
Okay, Jonathan, I'll name my top. How about I give you a top 5 list of my least favorite wrestlers of all time?
Me and DST can chime in after you.
Let's start this off with number 5. If my phone will stop fucking giving me notifications. Thank you. Turn that shit down. Perfect. Okay, let's get back to the stream. Okay, number 5. Actually, this is going to be in no particular order. But let's say that the last person I say is undoubtedly the worst wrestler of all time. Number 5 for right now, Johnny Gargano. Number 4, Dolph Ziggler. Number 3, Mustafa Ali, because he's a fucking whiny bitch. Number 2. Andy's got a good question. I'm gonna skip you guys before I answer. You guys get to answer this question. But number 2, it's hard to think about because a lot of wrestlers suck. Daniel, no, Kenny Omega. What the fuck am I talking about? And number 1 is tied between 2 people, Cody Rhodes and Becky Lynch. Okay, Andy, let's answer your question. What is Dead Space about? I've always wanted to play those games. So, okay, Dead Space is about a engineer named Isaac Clarke, and the first game takes place on a ship called the USG Ishimura. It's a planet miner. It's a planet cracker ship. So essentially, Isaac's girlfriend, Nicole Brennan, is on the ship, and she sends a distress call to him, a video, essentially where, asking for his help and stuff like that. So he volunteers to go to the ship to try to find his girlfriend. They get to the ship, and then they find these things called necromorphs, which are essentially aliens that infect human tissue, and they morph, like they transform into horrifyingly gruesome aliens who their sole purpose is to spread themselves to a thing called the marker, which a marker, okay, it's pretty hard to fucking follow, but let me keep going. The marker is a object which is controlled by a brethren moon. A brethren moon is millions of necromorphs combined into one to make a planet-sized necromorph. So the marker's job is to infest humans' brains with the codex to make. You're gay. This is not Technical Work Rate Productions, but let's move on. That's fucking Jonathan Haynes. I know NC really likes Dead Space. Let's move on. So the marker is essentially, as I said before, and humans make the marker. That's not TWRP, Jeff. Don't get fucking fooled. If it is, they can join in. If you're TWRP, join.
Wait, the TWRP crew like Dead Space?
Yeah, the NC does. But okay, let's get back onto the main point of the first game. Isaac is, he's there with his crew, the people that, what do you mean, bruh? If this is NC, I'll send you a link, NC. If this is you, I'll let you join. I'm gonna kick somebody real quick from the chat. It's Jaren James. I know it's Jaren James, okay? I'm not a fucking moron. TWRP would have told me if they were going to show up on my stream. But again, Dead Space. Okay, so he goes through the ship. They're trying to, make the ship turn back on because their vessel gets destroyed, gets blown up. So he goes throughout the ship, and he has hallucinations about his dead. Spoiler alert, Nicole's dead. Yeah. He essentially, Nicole's dead. Okay, I don't got time to join. Okay, I think this is NC. Because Jaren James doesn't know how to spell. No offense to Jaren, but
wow, the real TWRP themselves. Shocking.
Yeah. Okay, so back on the main point. Essentially, Isaac goes throughout the ship, and at the end of the game, you find out one of his crew members that went with him is a spy of the U.S. government. She was there to get the marker and bring it back to Earth. The marker is used to it's a thing used by unitologists, which is essentially a cult group. And that's the whole premise of the first game. Now the second game, buckle up, guys. You guys got your popcorn?
Oh boy, this is gonna take a while.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Well, again, when you love something, you'll talk about it forever.
Now, Dead Space 2.
And plus, if you want to pick up the game, just look up the compilations of gruesome ways you'll die, bro.
It is NC. Hello, NC. Great to see you. It's been a fucking hot minute, dude. We need to do a live stream together when you have time.
That would be fun.
Okay, so Dead Space 2 takes place on this place called the Sprawl. It's essentially a colony built into one of, I believe, either Saturn or Mars's moons. And essentially, Isaac Clarke, after beating the first game, he escapes the Ishimura, but it's kind of a cliffhanger how he ends up there. But he ends up in space, and he's brought to the sprawl so that they could study his mind so he can build markers for them. And
wait, just before you continue, I just got my supper now, so I'm gonna head out for a bit. If they're still doing this, I might check back in, and I'll be watching TWRP's Sucks on Ring of Water. I'll do that. But
Okay.
take care, and of course, fuck Becky Lynch.
All right, peace out, Destructor. Okay, DST, are you interested in hearing the rest of what I had to say?
You good?
Yeah, no, I was asking if you wanted to hear the rest of what I had to say.
Oh, dude, you enjoy the game, bro. I respect that. That's
Okay. So now,
fuck.
Dead Space 2, Isaac, you play as Isaac Clarke again. So he gets quote unquote rescued by, I gotta hop. Give me a minute. Yeah, no problem, bro. Yeah, essentially he's rescued by somebody, but the dude gets killed. There's another necromorph outbreak on the station, and essentially Isaac's trying to escape the station. He runs into he gets a message from a woman named Dana. She's a part of she's a unitologist, so that she's evil, but he doesn't know that. He essentially has the the marker codex in his fucking mind, so he's a valuable asset. So that's why she's trying to lead him to her. So essentially, you go through the game for a little bit, and you find out she's Unitologist, she betrays you, blah blah blah. Then you meet this dude named Nolan Strauss, who is also Nolan Strauss. Okay, hello, Jaron James.
So you think this is Jaron James, don't you?
I mean, I think it is.
Yeah.
Nah, it's not Jaron James, it's Sensi.
Oh fuck! Oh
Wait, for
shit!
real?
What the fuck?
Yeah, I told you I was going to hop on here.
Oh shit!
What's going on, man? Holy shit!
Oh, fuck! Yo, we got local celebrities in here. Everybody, shut the fuck up, real quick. Okay. Now, how would you rate my description of the first game? Does that sound about right?
I think it sounds pretty damn accurate. I mean, from everything that I heard in that quick 5 minutes, you pretty much know the fundamentals of what Dead Space is all about. For anybody that hasn't played it, the first and the second are bomb. They're definitely worth playing. Good sci-fi horror games, especially if you're looking to get in a good Halloween game right around this time, that's the game to go for.
I'll be real with you,
pick
man.
it up if I wasn't squeamish.
Yeah, DST. I would recommend you play the first game. I like the second game more, but I can't admit the first game was a masterpiece of horror. That if you're more into horror and action set pieces, play the second game. It's one of the best horror action games I've ever played. I think it's the best horror action game I've ever played. But yeah, back in the summary, essentially after he meets Nolan Strauss, he's another he's another patient of what they were doing on the sprawl. He knows how to destroy the marker, but he's an insane guy who killed his family and shit, but that's besides the point. He moves throughout the game, and he meets someone named Ellie. What the fuck was her name? Ellie Langford, I think. And she's another survivor who was part of a team. She's a Class 4 heavy assault pilot for the CEC, which is essentially what Isaac's part of. He's an engineer. They team up for a little bit. Well, they team up for the rest of the game. And essentially, you play through the rest of the game. You kill Strauss because he tried to kill you and all that stuff. Isaac keeps seeing shit about Nicole. He at the end of the game, it's weird. I haven't played this game in a while. I played the first game not too long ago, but Isaac goes to the government sector and finds this gigantic fucking marker that he built. And the visions of Nicole is saying, Isaac, make us whole again, which if you don't know what that means, it means the convergence of the marker and all that shit. So he releases all of the necromorphs into the government sector, kills all the people in there, and they make the marker whole again. And yeah, the second game is so good. It's probably I honestly, I think the story in the second game is better than the first game, but the first game is just way better horror wise. It's one of the best horror games I've ever played. I agree with NC. If you're looking for a good, if you're looking for a great horror game to play around Halloween time, play the first 2 Dead Spaces, preferably with good headphones. And if you have a PS3, play it on the PS3 because you have surround sound, so you get the best audio quality and possibly the best gameplay. So if you're looking for a good game to play, I mean, anytime you can play that fucking game. It's great. So.
At least it sounds complex, and at least I'm checked up on all the things, except my PS3 controllers are fucked up. So I got to use the PS4 controller. So that's a bit of an improvement.
Yeah, you can play it on Xbox as well.
I'm not a big fan of the Xbox.
People Ruin Wrestling. Are you going to go WWE and watch? Hell no. Fuck Becky Lynch. I'm never fucking watching her matches again. Fuck her.
I mean, we will just to roast the shit out of her, but
she's so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, NC, I wanted to get your opinion about about Strowman, if he's even going to show up in a regular wrestling show, or you think like Impact is gonna probably schedule that for later.
I figured that he would have shown up at Bound for Glory, but I haven't read the results. I'm taking that he probably didn't show up, or else I would have seen it all over Twitter blown up. So the whole situation with that, I just guess that it's going to come down to Braun probably showing up in Impact. If anything, probably later on in the year. I don't see AEW bringing him in. WWE might bring him back, but I don't know. It's just he's going to be in limbo for a little bit here.
I mean, I would understand, but in my opinion, he's quintessentially would be a bit of a potential draw, because at least younger fans would understand or know of who Braun Strowman is if he was in a notable feud with Roman. So I think Impact would really drop the ball if he's going back to WWE, if that's the fact.
Well, I think, like we said in the top 10 sucks with Braun, is that, when you've been that big of a goofball for so long, it just becomes a situation where people already have that preconceived mind state that, oh, you're going to be that goofy fuck anywhere you go. So I think this character being written off TV, this personality being off TV for a little bit is a good thing, because it gets it out of people's mind that he's like this goofball that likes to dress in a G-string and sing happy birthday to people. They can kind of get that out of their head a little bit and focus on him actually being like a quiet badass, which is what he should have been right from the get-go. I mean, you got a guy like Braun, you don't have him talk.
Yeah.
No way.
I mean, other than Alexa's butt buddy, I really thought that Braun actually had a bit of potential. I mean, this was me back in 2017, because it's wait, this guy's actually getting replays, even though we know he was getting carried over by Roman. You couldn't hear shit about Raw unless you heard the positive that Braun Strowman was destroying shit. He looked like a monster. And then later on, he kept wearing dresses. He kept with the comedy spots, twerking with the fucking New Day. And then I lost a bit of legitimacy, even when he held the Universal title and started feuding with 2 jobbers like Morrison and Miz. Okay, you guys are really not taking this guy seriously. And none of the fans are either.
Right. And I don't think his diva attitude backstage helped either. I mean, this guy, he was like, yeah, I'm hot shit. I deserve a run for the world title. And he'd always be going up to Vince and acting the fool by doing these stupid Instagram videos where he's half buck naked and singing to dudes. It's either that, if he's not doing that, he's going up and complaining to Vince, oh, I'm a big monster. I deserve a main event level push. And Vince is thinking to himself, okay, didn't you just take a photo shoot in a Wonder Woman costume last year? It's like, that's what he's thinking of. He's not thinking of, oh, damn, this guy, he's a young lion. He's brand new to the Fed. He hasn't been completely just burned the fuck out like Bray Wyatt. I can actually do something with him. Because remember, when he first got brought in, he was on a Goldberg streak for a little bit. He was beating a lot of people. And then I want to say 6 months in, they're like, fuck that. He's too much of a goofball.
It's just the way WWE books them. It's you either go over a winning streak against local talent and they don't do any storylines to build you up as more aggressively. You either fall against the main eventer, or you're just going down straight to purgatory. In purgatory, you're just in mid card. Whenever you win the King of the Ring, you're mid card. Whenever you win the IC title, you're a mid card. It's either you're going to be a top star or you're going to be quintessentially mid card. So unless you're getting pushed for the world title, you're going to be a Bray Wyatt, you're going to be a Cesaro, you're going to be a Braun Strowman. I don't think they just don't have ways to push guys either than for the world title. It's really linear. The writers suck.
Hey, DST, do you think I can like remove you for like 5 minutes to bring in a Destructor?
Yeah, go ahead. I got something to download anyway, so perfect timing.
All right, peace out. Okay, before I bring Destructor in here, I know you're a big. I know that JC is a big Megadeth fan. Who do you think is better, Metallica or Megadeth?
I'm going to go with Megadeth because that's the one I always find myself listening to. Like whenever I go on Spotify, usually for older metal, I'm going for Megadeth.
Yeah, I agree because Megadeth, I think a lot of people don't talk about it like this. Like I think Megadeth had a more consistent career. Like throughout the 90s, Metallica kind of fell off music-wise. Like the Black Album was good, but then Load and Reload were kind of like black stains on the career, and then they had the live album, which was I guess good, and then they just sucked throughout the 2000s. Megadeth was consistently good throughout the 90s too. Like you had Rust in Peace, Countdown, Euthanasia, Cryptic Writings, like all that shit was good. I'm gonna bring Destructor in here because he has something to say. This is actually real TWRP.
Yeah. Oh shit! Hey, NZ, what's up, bro?
What's up, Destructor?
It's been a while since we've freaking been interacting. That's not on Twitter.
Seriously, dude, it's been a while. You know, I'm glad I could get back in with both of you guys. This is a golden opportunity here.
In Rup 2 Casuals Court.
Exactly. Yes.
Hello, everybody. This is People Road Wrestling with NC and Destructor. We are doing Casuals Court. How is everybody doing?
The show that never happened because
the show that had one episode with me because you couldn't make it.
Yeah, because my computer broke at that time. I had to get that bitch fixed, and it took me over a month to do it. I was actually briefly for like about a day or two actually retired from YouTube. Thank God it got fixed and I found my shit.
Speaking of your Ring of Honor video, we were literally like people were asking me questions of what should TWRP do, and I'm like top 10 sucks. I was like they should do one on Ring of Honor.
And they just did it because they announced it on like their Twitter or some shit. It was like, oh look, Ring of Honor, because you already did it. I'm assuming on Patreon like a week beforehand.
Yeah,
sounds about right. Yeah, I got about almost about 8 or so minutes, and I just finished my food because I don't eat slow.
You're still chewing.
Nah, it's just fucking leftover shit.
Yeah, you're getting muted until then, jackass. Oh fuck! So, have you guys been still doing stuff with VOP?
Yeah, actually, last week we did 2 Truly Uncensored shows. So we did one on Wednesday and we did another one on Saturday. And we're going to be taking this week off from VOP, but then we're going to be going back with the 2 shows next week. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to get back into the groove of doing more shit for VOP. Eventually, like if you're going to get back to a consistent schedule, I'd love to bring back People's Court, get Destructor, and bring in some other guys who are down too, like DST. This guy seems good. Bring him in. I want to get the wrestling community back to VOP if that's possible. But you know what? In time, I understand you just came back, so you do your thing for a little bit.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. Like maybe we can have this discussion another time privately, maybe. But it was pretty bad. Like for a while. Another thing was I kind of got burnt out because when I was making wrestling videos, I was talking about the same shit that everybody else did. So like when people was praising Roman Reigns, I was thinking to myself, what else can I add to separate myself from the video? And when I couldn't add anything, I was like, I'm not going to make that video because I'm not going to push out the same content everybody else does. Will there be a top 10 on any other sports organizations? I can't do a top 10 awesome. I can't do a praise video on the NFL. Fuck the NFL, man. They suck.
Yeah, especially nowadays.
I mean, Destructor would probably do the NHL because he's a mark for them. But I mean, the MLB is decent. I mean, what's the best sports shit right now? I think the NBA maybe. I can't really, but they're also fucking. They have so many agendas down your throat too. Like when we watch sports, I don't want fucking agendas down my throat. Like when I watch wrestling, I don't want to have fucking Stephanie McMahon shoving me She-Hulks down my throat like it's a fucking dick going down my throat. I don't want that. I want to watch sexy chicks, for fuck's sake.
Right. Well, and it just goes to show you what you said about. And it's the whole reason why people always wonder, okay, so why aren't there pretty women in prominent roles in WWE? Stephanie McMahon. And it's very much one of those things where she hates any sort of attractive females. And we've talked about this before, like what happened with Mandy Rose in that Royal Rumble that happened 3 years ago, I believe. It was a women's battle royale. She got thrown over, and immediately Stephanie's like, yeah, that's what you get. And after that, I'm like, what the fuck is going on with her? And then I began noticing all pretty much that pretty blonde stereotype, especially the pretty blonde stereotype, job the fuck out one after another. And it even got to the point where even if there's like attractive, marketable brunettes, nope, they got pushed aside for the four horse face women, and they were the ones that mattered. And I think it sucks. I think it really sucks because it comes down to Stephanie and her power play bullshit, and then you got Triple H and his Indie Mark bullshit. And then you shove agendas in there, and then you got Vince playing his favorites, and you got an unwatchable shit show like you got right now. Andy Rose was wondering if we ever did a top 10 sucks or did a top 10 on Slipknot. It would probably be a top 10 awesome. I like Slipknot. I just I haven't listened to them in a bit, but I really like their older stuff. But back to what I was saying, man. It's just gotten to the point where Stephanie makes it actively hard to get invested in any top level females because that they're going to get jobbed out to Tamina or Nia Jax or Natalia or some ugly fucking horse face bitch, and it's bound to happen, and it sucks. It sucks the life out of you.
Yeah, Jaden Young asked, I don't know if this is towards, we both answer this question. I think this is for me. Will you ever do a video with Vince Russo, and do you think Vince McMahon is overrated? Vince Russo, everybody said their piece on Russo. I don't really think I can add too much to that. Vince McMahon, I don't think he's overrated. But I think Vince McMahon is definitely overhated for sure. I think everybody's made that point. Oh shit! Here's another guy you could add to Casual's Court. Destroyer BHB.
Nice. What's up, Destroyer?
Get that Mogot! Bro, we got a Becky Lynch freaking rant to record, and I'm gonna be so energetic. I'm literally gonna go in my car, and I'm literally gonna back away from the home. I'm gonna be so loud.
I can't wait for that, man. I recorded a video about Becky Lynch, and I didn't get mad enough. So I need to get even more mad because I think for Becky Lynch, there's a special place in my heart where I want to just do bad things when people want to talk about her. But one thing that we all share in common, and everybody in chat, we all can recognize that the women's division is dog shit, and me and Destroyer actually made a video fixing the women's division, and that's going to be out on his channel in a couple weeks.
Bro, it is not funny how dead the women's division is. If I threw a guy off a cliff and he landed through a spike, that would be more alive than the women's division right now. Do you understand that? It's not so much that it's just the women's division being dead, but it's like we're forced to see this dead corpse every week on TV because constantly WWE's forcing the 85 minutes of it on Raw. It's not good, especially when we have Natalia and Tamina versus Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler main eventing Raws. Who wants to sit there and watch that? You are not having a fun time, bro.
It's so fucking bad. Imagine, I made this analogy to Destroyer on our video, and I think NC can resonate with this. Imagine you coming home from work after working about 8 to 10 hours a day, and all you want to do is watch your favorite thing on TV, which is wrestling. You tune in to Raw or SmackDown, well, preferably Raw, and you see all these indie dudes taking over the show, which is definitely something you don't want to watch. But then when it comes to the women's segments, you get dog shit fucking tranny She-Hulks like fucking Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler and Natalia and Tamina. Is that the fucking best you got? Are you telling me there's nobody in the Performance Center that you can bring up right now and actually making the stars? One we've been fucking saying forever is Scarlett Bordeaux. I mean, look she's a fucking porn star, bro. You're telling me nobody would want to watch that? All these indie marks really got me pissed off because they don't have fucking consistent opinions, and
Yeah, DST. I'm gonna have to fucking drink water when I make that video about Becky Lynch because I'm like gonna be breathing like.
Bro, yeah, no jokes, dude. It is sad because they're actively taking these talented women. We have like Liv Morgan on the roster. We have Toni Storm. We have Shotzi Blackheart. We have Scarlett Bordeaux. We're not seeing any of that. We're instead seeing a variety of She-Hulks and trannies, and these people are actively getting people out of their seats. They're actively getting people out of their seats to never come back. How do you make that mistake? It's like it's one thing to make that mistake. It's one thing to make that mistake a few times. I have to drink water too. But like to actively base your show around that, that's just bad for business. You can't even argue that too.
There he is. Oh, he fucking. That was fucking Jaron James, the local troll here. He trolled me. I thought it was actually J Rants, and I got excited, and he fucking just said the N-word over and over and shit. So
weird. He shows up on our streams from time to time. He's pretty civil, so weird. I don't know what's going on.
I mean, he's not a big problem, but like I got genuinely excited. I was like, "There's no fucking way J Rance is in here." And then I add him. He just says the N-word over and over time. And I'm like, I don't want to get demonetized, even though I don't make any money off these videos. So besides that, oh shit. Get the fuck off get out of my stream, dude. Fuck off. Let's add. NC, is there anything like in wrestling that you would want to get our opinions on that you want to talk about?
Okay, let's go ahead and talk about what's going to happen with Wyndham Rotunda. So there's a lot of debate on where he's going to go. Most people are saying AEW. Then there's some people saying that, they're still selling his merch in WWE, so he's going to return there. And then there's even far-fetched rumors that he's going to go to New Japan and Impact Wrestling. So I want you guys weigh in on where do you think he's going to go and what do you think they're going to do with him?
Okay, Destroyer, if you don't mind, I will go first so I can get my thoughts out. I think personally, it's tough to say. Honestly, the obvious choice is AEW, but you never know about these talents anymore. They would rather go to a company where they'll be a top star when the company doesn't make enough money to even pay them like Impact. So I think he'll go to AEW, but he's not going to be a huge star. He has the talent to be a huge star, but look at what they've done to like Miro and all the WWE guys that came through that we thought were going to be big stars. They just ended up being, mid-carders or jobbers. So I don't really have too much hope, but I think AEW.
Yeah, more likely. What do you think, Destroyer?
Yeah, that's a very interesting case, is that like they're still keeping his merch up. Now, you could speculate a lot of things, a probable return to WWE, maybe not, but like here's the thing on AEW I saw is that the dude had a place like there's a Twitter news feed. Then again, these aren't the most accurate, but there was one that said that he turned down the AEW contract or something like that. Now, I don't believe that, but maybe they're onto something. And then the Impact one, that's low, bro. If you go into Impact, that is like career purgatory. And then I don't see him going to New Japan at all. So I'm guessing probably a return to WWE because let's face it, the dude is still marketable. People are still talking about him outside of WWE. He's not appearing. What does that say? Even with Alexa Bliss gone, they're still talking about Bray Wyatt's character. So I think it's either that or AEW. I think Impact is just career hell.
This could very well be a situation where they're just taking him off TV for a little bit to repackage the character. You never know. Or he could be showing up in AEW as Wyndham Rotunda and head of the Dark Order. And, it's like nobody's going to fucking care about that stable with him as the head of it. Nobody cared about it when there was fucking Brody Lee as the head of it. Nobody's going to care with him as the head of it. Just scrap that fucking stable of useless fucking worthless dorks. If you want to talk about a more worthless fucking stable than Dark Order, please tell me about it, because Dark Order is the fucking worst, most useless stable in all of professional wrestling. It's even worse than King of the Ring, which was a terrible.
Oh, here we go. Let me take my fucking popcorn real quick. Hold on. Give me a second. I got to crack open a fucking brewski for this one. Ready? Hold up. You heard that? There we go.
All right. Now, King of the Ring was such a fucking bad idea from such a stupid, whack, fucking blurred as Xavier Woods. And Xavier Woods is one of those guys that has done nothing but constantly wheel out stupid, whack shit in WWE. He's been a promoter of agendas. He's been the type of guy that has now shown that he's power playing backstage, getting fucking 20K in chump change off his stupid fucking Twitch channel. And this fucker gets what he wants. Stephanie built a special bracket for this whack talentless bitch. a special fucking bracket of all indie jobbers. Now you look at that bracket, you got names like Cesaro, Finn Balor. Oh, but they throw you Jinder Mahal in there, so you think an actually marketable guy's going to win it. Fuck. This was made for Xavier Woods to win. He was the one that went backstage and was like, all right, guys, we need to bring back the King of the Ring, and you should have me win it because it's my idea. I want it to be brought back. And because of that, they went ahead and they gave this dork what he wanted. They gave him the King of the Ring, and I guarantee you, with them promoting King of the Ring, you're going to see SmackDown drop in the ratings. That was a terrible fucking idea to have that guy as the King of the Ring, and you're going to see right here and there. Because from there, now they're going to say, oh, he's the 2021 King of the Ring winner. He might be a #1 contender to the world title. So now you got to fucking think about the notion that this dude may actually get pushed for the world title against Roman Reigns. As crazy as that is. I mean, it's bad enough Bobby Lashley already destroyed the shit out of him and Kofi when they were on Raw. Now we're gonna give him a King of the Ring, build him up as a marketable guy. Xavier Woods fucking sucks. He should be fired. He should be a jobber over in Impact Wrestling. He should be back where he belongs. That was the only place that he actually had a character. And even then, he was just Jay Lethal's back bitch. That's the only thing that he has ever been good at, is being Jay Lethal's back bitch. Now he's just a dork that comes out, tries to sloppily play trombone and get his stupid up, down channel out for all the dorks. Nobody cares. Xavier Woods fucking sucks. King of the Ring fucking sucks. And that's all I got to say about that.
Now, this question from Wiggle Wilson is a great question that all three of us can answer. He says, what state do you see WWE in 2022? Destroyer, you go first.
What state do I see them in? I mean, they're probably still going to be, they're still going to be like standing, if that's what you mean. But like exactly how many legs are they going to be standing on? I mean, they're fucking destroying their corporate like image by giving Xavier Woods the fucking King of the Ring. This bitch ass fucking complainer was whining backstage about how New Day should be on top. This dude was a public nuisance, and now they are giving him a reward. So that's pretty bad. But the fact is that I see WWE doing very poorly. Now, of course, they're doing very poorly now. But as time has progressed, ever since 2016 or so, they've been doing worse in ratings every year. 2016 had a weird spike for SmackDown. I don't get it, but ever since that, they've been doing worse and worse and worse. Eventually, I see Monday Night Raw dipping below 1 million. I am genuinely surprised that shit show has not dipped below 1 million already. If it was me, that show deserves like 200,000 people watching, less than that, because that implies that 200,000 people, fifth of a million, by the way, would actively sit through 3 hours of boredom. So I see WWE losing money. I mean, can you blame them though? Can you necessarily blame it? No, you can't. They're gonna make the same mistakes over and over again. They're gonna keep listening to the freaking catering nerds, and then we're gonna see the company just die, or not die, but be on like freaking life support because of it. So I see WWE losing a lot of money in 2022. I mean, just like what, this year or last year, they opened up the year and then their stock went to shit. What does that say about the company? They're not prepared for longevity. They're not.
Yeah, I agree. I pretty much agree with you. I think that their show is they're putting out a product. Like, I hate saying the product, but they're putting out a show that should get less than 200,000 viewers a week. I don't know how so many people can sit through that show. I told NC this a while ago. Like, I couldn't sit through the show. I was going to do reviews, but I could not sit through that show. Even, there was some decent people on the show, but they weren't featured enough, and they weren't in compelling storylines to make me sit through. I'm gonna bring Destructor in to answer this question. All right, what's up?
There we go.
Wait, the freaking what state for WWE to be in 2022? To go even lower, motherfuckers. I mean, think about it. The shows all around suck, unimaginable. Like, the fucking goddamn. I can't speak properly. Goddamn it! Freaking, they suck so hard. You can't even imagine how hard that they suck. That donkey dick. Okay, I don't know how the fuck any of these retards can sit through week in and week out, watch some of the most boring, mediocre shit I have ever fucking seen. Like, there's a reason why I just constantly shit on almost all these wrestlers, because they all fucking suck. Like, seriously, like, you have to have some kind of real special mentality to freaking sit through all these garbage week in and week out and still watch. Like, you are some crazy trooper, okay? Like, look at Raw. Raw's probably like the worst show on television, like ever, like right now. Like, how the fuck can something like this be the worst? Like, I wouldn't be shocked if they could barely get over 1 million. Like, I'm thinking they'll get ranging around because they always lose a couple 100K per year. I mean, fuck. Last year from Raw, what was it again? Like, what? Barely over 2 million, and now we're barely going to 1.5. Expected to go like around 1.3 to like a mil if they keep going through the shit show that they have. Now, there is a silver lining. There is one thing that could potentially help WWE if they don't fuck up. The NXT right now. Like, there is a little bit of hope, but do I think they're going to do anything with it? Fuck no. It's fucking wrestling. Wrestling always does the opposite shit.
That's a good thing to like throw up. I wanted to get NC's opinion. Two guys particularly on NXT 2.0, because I know you guys are watching it for the channel. Two guys that I've noticed have stand out the most. I want to get your thoughts on Braun Breaker and Joe Gacy in particular.
Ooh.
Okay, I like both these guys. I think that Braun Breaker is definitely going to be a standout star. He's probably going to be the first up-and-coming star that you're going to see come up to the main roster at NXT. I definitely see Joe Gacy getting better in time. It's weird because he was like one of those hardcore long-haired guys for the longest time, and then they kind of cleaned him up and have him going with this gay SJW gimmick. I think it works for him. I think he's working it well. I think more than anything right now, it was touched upon for a little bit, but I just want to expand upon it, is that NXT right now is a breeding ground for young talent that actually may be marketable. I mean, if you've already seen Faith the Lioness, she's going to be called up on TV very soon, a very marketable chick. And then you have the dudes that we just talked about. Both those guys could be something in the future. And they're starting to form characters, something that Triple H never focused on for the longest time. Now we're starting to see actual characters and gimmicks coming up in NXT. I mean, sure, you have like Shawn Michaels' Butthole Project, Carmelo Gaze, who has like no real gimmick. He's just gay dude with his gay butt buddy, you know. But for the most part, a lot of the gimmicks that you see in NXT for the younger guys coming up, they're actually something in touch with the personality, something kind of back to that old school Bruce Pritchard way of booking a character. So you may see some stars in the future, but I think right now 2022 is very much going to be a period where you're going to see basically it's what I call the cleaning out, because you're getting rid of a lot of these shit talents and sending them over to AEW, New Japan, Impact Wrestling, wherever. So you're clearing out all that indie shit that Triple H tried to bring in through NXT, and you're replacing it with younger, fresher talent, because they're going to have to eventually do this. You can't rely on Edge, Cena, The Rock. You can't rely on any of these guys. I mean, even Goldberg, this is probably like his last year. So these guys, you can't rely on them. So you have to start focusing on building up more marketable stars at this point. You have no other choice. I will admit that ratings are going to drop low. No, Destructor, you're fucking point on with that. They're going to drop probably below 1 million, because I look at WWE, they have to hit true rock bottom to have the advertisers and sponsors come up to me and be like, yo, what the fuck's going on? And that's what it's going to really take. I think it's going to take dropping below 1 million, and it's going to take the demo drop. It's going to take everything for Fox and for USA to be like, guys, you got to fix your shit. If you don't fix your shit, we're going to get you guys out of here. So I think
we have a shit ton of questions for you, bro. So I'm going to pull some of these up. We can continue talking.
Okay. All right. Do you think Vince Russo will come back to WWE if Triple H and Stephanie were to leave the company, or them getting demoted heavily? Vince Russo is probably going to be in that kind of consultant type role if he does come back to WWE, just because there's a lot of heat from Stephanie and Triple H. They both still don't like him. Bruce Pritchard has a little bit of a rivalry with him. They're friendly nowadays, and if anything, that's kind of like his gateway. But at the same time, Bruce Pritchard has gotten jealous of Russo's booking and favoritism before. So I think it's one of those things where he might pick and choose what ideas to use, but still keep them on the payroll on the side. Is there still hope in WWE with Nick Khan? Look at all the people he cut, man. He cut a lot of jobbers. This is something that's big. He's doing a lot of cost-cutting procedures, and it kind of ties in with all the stock market moves that you see happening with all the higher-up executives. If you notice a lot of higher-up executives of a company moving a lot of their assets and cashing out, and then you see a lot of people getting fired at the same time, know that the company is going in for an overhaul. That's planned, and you're seeing it right now. You're seeing it happen. And I don't think Nick Khan's done firing. I think that he's probably going to get another wave out before the end of the year, preferably before Christmas, but I definitely think you'll see a lot more people get fired.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. You know, it's funny. you mentioned like rock bottom. It's honestly fitting. It's like freaking when a person in their life reaches like rock bottom where they just can't go any lower. That's how wrestling is nowadays. They just reach rock bottom and freaking maybe they'll go up, but knowing how WWE is, they can probably go even lower than rock bottom, which that's kind of terrifying.
Yeah, it's not very hopeful for pro wrestling, sad to say.
Okay, I have a question from Prince of the Ring directly towards me. People, do you actually think that AEW will be a successful project or not? Honest views. I don't. It's been proven not to be a successful project, if you want to call it that. It hasn't been a successful project since their first show. I mean, just based off of what Tony Khan does, he's a terrible promoter. He's so full of himself, and he thinks his product is like an actually legit threat to WWE. Excuse me. How the fuck can they be legit competition when you're not going head to head with them on the same night? Because if you go head to head with them, you're gonna get fucking embarrassed. So stop hyping up your show to say it's not the best show in wrestling. Far from it. I mean, yeah, do they do some decent stuff here and there? Yeah, but the rest of the show's shit. That's what I always said. It doesn't matter if you bring all these old timers back, right? When the fucking show is full of shit, that's what people look at. They don't look at, oh, look Goldberg's back, or oh, look, John Cena's back. No, because the rest of the show sucks. Do you guys think WWE will get better when the NXT 2.0 talent get brought up to the main roster, or will we get another PGR? It depends on what the roster's like. If you bring up two guys, they're really not going to do too much for the show overall. The roster itself has to get better with actual good wrestlers who have characters and charisma and can work the mic. And you need better storylines. Like I was talking to Destroyer about this. Like it's the storylines and the writers are so bad that I genuinely think everybody in this chat could make better storylines. And I told him there's a problem when people on Wattpad who make WWE fan fictions can write better storylines than fucking the writers now.
That is very sad. It's like these guys are experienced writers, and there are like 80,000 of them. Okay, like not that much, but you get where I'm going with. There are more writers than ever, and somehow their collective brain cell count is stagnatingly lower than it's ever been.
There he is, TJ the Prodigy. What's up, man? Good to see you.
TJ.
Ooh, what's up?
Real quick, I want to praise him since he's here. I went live with him twice, and I'm gonna go live with him tonight at 8. The guy is really intelligent and knows a lot about wrestling, and I can't praise him enough, man. I know you guys know who he is. We've all done his praise. He's a really good stand-up guy. So it's glad to have you in the chat, man.
Great, yeah. He's a walking W, okay? Unlike the walking L cunt like Becky Lynch, but that's another time.
All I can say, Prince, get mad.
I keep forgetting that this guy actually likes AEW for some weird reason.
How?
He has Kenny Omega as his profile picture unironically. Is this something
How,
wrong with you?
dude? That's the thing is this guy, I've had debates with him on Twitter. He comes across as an intelligent guy. How the fuck can you like that shit? It's so factory standard. Every single episode is the fucking same. It's all paint by numbers. Now, I know I sound like a huge hypocrite being I do Dynamite sucks and all, but still, if anybody knows how bad AEW is, it's me. I watch this shit just about every week. So if anybody knows how bad I can tell you for real. This shit's terrible.
Oh, I can attest to that, NC, because I've been watching AEW on YouTube like fuck, and it's been.
Why would you do that to yourself? It's like you let this stuff happen to yourself, Destructor.
Oh, I'm only doing this for my channel, all right? I'm freaking like fuck it. I'll do an AEW experiment, see how that will go. It's the only reason why I'm only doing it for my YouTube channel. Otherwise, I'd be like, I'm not watching that shit. Like, bro, that's the reason why I'm watching NXT. It's like I'm just doing this for my channel. Like, I don't give a shit.
Right.
Like, I watched the episode they had. I caught it on Saturday. You know what? Honestly, it wasn't too bad. But here's the thing that AEW does wrong. They take something they're doing not bad and they ruin it. You know what they had? They had a cool Dan Lambert promo. They had Penelope Ford on there. You know, the show wasn't too bad. But the main event ruined that. It ruined that. We had Cody Rhodes versus Malachi Black 3. I'm sorry, who asked for this match the first time? So why are we getting it the third time? And despite Cody Rhodes clearly not being built up to win, he puts himself through the table. He puts himself through a fucking table. You know that stupid Crossroads thing? When he does it, he put himself through the table. and legit, Aleister Black was on top of him. Do you understand how bad you have to be to do that? And then not only that, it's got a bunch of interferences from that nobody asked for. Literally, Pac and Andrade come out and fight alongside for no reason. And then all of a sudden, the match ends and Cody Rhodes wins. So there was no freaking purpose of having that undefeated streak for Aleister Black if he just bombs it anyway, just completely loses it to the fucking guy who was better as Stardust, but now sucks shit being his own self.
Well,
I gotta beat him in the rubber match.
Well, I can attest to this there, BHB. All this really confirms is that Malachi Black will always be, and forever, a fucking gay, satanic, butt-crack jobber. And, you know, I'm so fucking happy about it. Because fuck this fucking nerd, okay? He's like we all know he likes metal music. He makes people like me who love metal music ashamed. I'm like, I freaking disown you as part of the metalhead community, just like how I disown Becky Lynch as an Irish person.
He looks like somebody that would say bullet. He looks like somebody that would say "Bullet for My Valentine" is peak metal.
The guy actually does.
Nah, that's too generous. People were saying.
Slathered with tattoos and shit. Because let's face it, in real life, he is desperate for a personality. This dude doesn't fucking stick out. Look at him. He looks like a fan jumped the ring and decided to fight Cody Rhodes. And even still, Cody Rhodes goes over the fan. What does that tell you about AEW? If they're willing to fucking bring in fans with these stupid fucking antler head entrances and have them lose in redundant main event matches that we didn't need to see the first freaking time. But now it's time 3, and none of these talents have been established enough. And now they're fucking losing. They're taking the one guy who they're trying to establish and losing. He's losing to Cody Rhodes, who hasn't won a match in July. And now he's beating the undefeated
push
guy.
mid-carders is high. Like, I agree with Sonic the Hedgehog. AEW is just overhyped. I'd never watch it. I've never watched AEW either.
I mean, I don't blame you. Smart thing. I mean, TWRP, they're usually right when it comes about AEW. Don't watch it. Avoid it like the plague.
I agree. Bullet for My Valentine is the Ring of Honor of metal.
Wait, then who be the Impact Wrestling of metal? Then people were wrestling because
somebody that loses value over time,
and it's not relevant. Let me think.
Fuck, that's tough. I can't really.
Shit, I'm trying to think. And it can't be some.
Who would you say, NC?
God, probably. God, if I had to think about it, Buck Cherry. I'm guessing.
Well, I mean, do anyone really consider that band metal? That's the problem.
I don't know. I'm just trying to think of a shitty band that doesn't matter anymore.
But I mean, that is the rock band equivalent of Impact. So you're Kid Rock was never good. If anyone says Kid Rock is good, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm gonna say this to your face. You are a fucking retard, and please go jump out a building. Okay, get this gay ass.
Jeff made a good point. Megadeth and Pantera are the attitude and ruthless aggression. I agree. Clap it up. Good
W,
man.
But no, back to Malachi Buttcrack. No, the most edgy metal he'll ever listen to is probably like gay ass Alex Asking Alexandria or like Bring Me the Horizon when they're like a fucking pop rock band or some shit. That's real metal, you know? Like you can just like, bro, get the fuck out of here, you fucking pussy, all right?
No,
like
Destructor, do you want to sing our cover of Temper Temper?
Oh God,
you start up.
Oh God, damn it!
Come on, do it. What are you doing? Why are you scared?
I'm fucking laughing at this fucking. All right, just restart the shit. All right. Faggot, fucking
goddamn. I'm losing brain cells right now.
Okay, I'm gonna remove you for a second so you can't fucking hear it. Faggot, he's about to explode right in that guy's asshole. Oh,
that's fantastic.
Fuck! My fucking knee. I fell off my gaming chair. Fuck. Oh, shit.
Hey guys, I got to go work on top 10 sucks on Jungle Boy. I hit you guys up maybe next week or so, whenever you guys got a stream going on.
Okay, perfect, man. It was great to have you.
Yeah,
we should do a casuals court. Damn it, bring that back.
Yeah, I'll have to get together with that. So, all right, peace out.
Peace out.
Yeah. Well, Limp Bizkit. Yeah, they're the Impact Wrestling of metal because think about it. Think about it. They were relevant at one point, and now they're irrelevant jobbers. The only difference is Limp Bizkit was never good. And if you're thinking Limp Bizkit's good, I'm sorry, but you need to reevaluate your life.
Prince of the Ring official, can I just fucking neither one of them? Can I just say no? I'm not sleeping with Becky Lynch if I got paid a fortune for it. And even still, if I got paid the fortune, I'd communicate the money first. Do you understand that? You cannot take a look at Becky Lynch and say, hey, I'm going to go fuck that. No, if you're going to fuck that, you might as well fuck yourself first. That's more productive. Becky Lynch literally is like the peak of garbage. If you put your penis in that, you better be naked into a dumpster, bro. That's literally having sex with a dumpster. You understand that?
If BHB had STDs by Becky Lynch, that shit will feel like carpet burn. I swear to
Well,
God.
if I had freaking STDs for Becky Lynch, I'd cut my penis off and fit it to my dog. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry at all.
She has no assets. She has no assets.
What would make me want to fornicate with that pile of disgusting skin, flesh, and rotted bones?
Gross. Yo, okay. Prince of the Ring, stop it. Just get some help, please. Get mental help. This shit is just like, no. Okay, like, freaking, if I were to have sex with Becky Lynch, I would probably have to take a shower for 12 hours straight, and then I realized it would be a transsexual. I would fucking go ape shit, and I would legit want to murder her for that. Just even
There's no showering Becky Lynch off you, bro. You are fucked for life, okay?
I'm showering
you
myself.
You literally inserted yourself into the curse. There's no fixing that.
Oh, Scarlet knows the Dream Theater and Tool of Wrestling. Not exactly, because freaking, if you want a Dream Theater and Tool for wrestling for chicks, it has to be a fucking nerd. Scarlet Bordeaux is like, well, yeah.
Smoke
show. Wrestling fans, they don't get crushes on women. They get crushes on waifus. Wrestling fans don't get on women.
Wrestling fans get crushes on little girls and grown men.
You get ugly.
Their dream match is a rematch between Kenny Omega and that 9-year-old girl.
You get fucking underage 19-year-old dumpster hookers like Sasha Banks. You don't fuck women like Scarlett Bordeaux. You guys wish for 5s when there's already 10s in the company. I don't get it.
For real.
I mean, I like Tool, but the thing is, Tool and Dream Theater's fan base are like, for the most of them, are like freaking hipster freaking jackasses, especially Tool fans. Most of it. They're fucking. They are some other breed of asshole that I'm like, just stop.
You know what? Honestly,
and I like both fans, but the fan bases are cancer.
You can't play the drum well.
Use you.
That's their fan base. They think you can't play any instrument unless you're Tool. I swear.
Or Dream Theater.
Did you guys see how Danny Carey did the drums? Like, oh my god.
Did you realize how Maynard just did his elegant vocals and the bass line? Like, look, they're a great band, but my God, stop blowing smoke up their ass because they do fucking like the shows.
Okay, another one for everybody. Would you rather be gay or be?
What?
I'd rather be gay. Fuck Sonny Kiss. I'd rather blow my brains out before having him suck my dick.
Well. Here's the thing. What's the difference between the two? Like, honestly, to quote Patrick, what's the difference? I couldn't tell you. Except if it's not music. So basically, Becky Lynch is black metal.
I don't think Black Veil Brides is
music. Don't you dare do that again, Prince of Wrestling, Prince of the Ring. I don't want to see you fucking.
If you do that again, I gotta kick you, bro. No offense.
Keenan and Sonny Kiss looks like Keenan and Kel become a faggot during June.
Sonny Kiss just looks like what a human being should not look like. If you look like that, do something about it. Don't put that on TV, you
That's
fucking
funny.
idiot, Tony Khan. Your views. Oh, I'm just gonna puke. I just talking about Sonny Kiss. Just the way those letters align on the keyboard or the screen, nonetheless, gives me a very painful image. It's excruciating. Put that in your mental capacity. Is excruciating. Go ahead, DST.
I'm sorry. Sonny Kiss sounds like somebody that sucked off a hobo back of a bar. That does not sound like a pro wrestler. Even for a flamboyant pro wrestler. Sonny Kiss sounds like you already fucked 7 black guys.
Yeah.
You're not a wrestler. Sonny Kiss, if I see a stink face on a human being and involves Sonny Kiss, you're getting canceled by me. You're getting canceled by me. I'm not seeing that shit.
Okay. Here's the fucking thing. Okay. Before we answer Prince's question, Sonny, I swear to God, like I feel like the freaking Satan himself made Sonny Kiss. Like I can't. There's no way that God or freaking the Lord Almighty, whatever, would make something as putrid and wretched as that thing. You know, fuck it. Okay, guaranteed. On freaking Pride Month, Sunny Kiss getting a sucks for me. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you gays.
Please, can we do it? I want to do that. We got to schedule it for June.
You are more than welcome to be on that Sucks DST show. I'm gonna consider you. God.
What are your thoughts on rap and hip hop?
It's hit or miss.
I like 90s old school hip hop, but nothing from now is good.
Yeah.
Everything is now the same. And this is probably going to be mainly my opinion because I've grown up over that type of shit. But it's like if we're talking about rap, it is now a trendy topic. It is now up to the mainstream other than, I mean, yeah, rap in the 90s is with Busta Rhymes and Tupac and shit. That was mainstream. But now it's over, so serialized. You're never going to get anything unique. You're not going to come with a unique beat unless a black guy or a white guy comes around saying that they're bisexual. Or
and then everybody's like, it's all about gang this, guns, drugs, blow my head off. Fuck
bitches, hoes.
No, rappers back in the day, they could talk about any type of subject, even if it involved gang violence, even when it comes to being poor or being rich or talking about hoes. It's just not uninspiring. Whenever you see a new rapper and they're 16, they're saying that they already caught a body. Shut the fuck up. You have a dick for a tattoo on your face. Shut the fuck up. You have no talent. If you ever talk about rap, I swear, make another beat, please. And I'm begging. If I hear a beat that goes,
here's a good question.
I'm taking it off.
This is a good question for everybody here to answer. Thoughts on Black Lives Matter?
Well, before I go on about BLM, I mean, for the most part, only rap, freaking hip hop and DST, you just nailed on the head all my grievances with it. So moving on, BLM, it's such a interesting topic to really like get an opinion from because. Here's my thing, okay? I don't hate the normal people that the most they'll do is if they're just taking a kneel and whatever, you're harmless, you're not doing anything bad. But if they're gonna be one of those fucking nut bars that goes around riots and shit, and then freaking especially because what the biggest problem with this is that freaking that's funny, but the biggest problem is that they start up again all because. Freaking some black guy got killed by a cop, and while the situation itself was unfortunate, the person that got killed is a fucking scumbag and deserved what he got coming to him. I'm sorry, but fuck George Floyd, all right? Fuck this piece of shit. The fact that this guy gets to freaking shoot a pregnant woman in the stomach with a shotgun and then gets glorified because of it, that's just grade A bullshit, okay? Fuck off, you retard. But I shouldn't expect much. Brain freaking groups like that and Antifa who are pedos and misunderstood. So fuck them too.
Yeah, I want my opinion on it because you guys have been in high school and you've seen those anti-cyberbullying shits. That's how I feel about Black Lives Matter. It's a false grievance to just exploit a narrative for faggots that can't deal with their own community. That's what I feel over Black Lives Matter. This is coming from a black guy. I always feel and it's over police brutality. That's the only thing you should appoint Black Lives Matter to. The only handful of gun charges on cops is the bare minimal what happens to Muslims or Hispanics or even white people that take up a majority of the U.S. anyway. That's the only reason why you guys think why Black Lives Matter is only one portion of how a black guy dies. That is stupid as fuck, and I hate whenever I always got to be oppressed to this because whenever I talk with most of my friends that are black, by the way, they're always like, "Oh, bro, Black Lives Matter." Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I don't mean to cut you off, DST, but I wanted to ask Destroyer a question. Hey, I know we have a video planned for 6:30. I was thinking we could end the stream then, and do you want to just go right into the video, or do you want to do that another time?
Why not? Sure.
Okay, so everybody in chat, we're gonna be here. All of us here are gonna be here until about 6:30 Eastern time. I'm on the East Coast, so around then I'm gonna go do a video. I'll be live later today with TJ the Prodigy on his channel. If I could find where he was in chat, I'll link it. But I'll definitely share it on Twitter. So if there's any desired questions you want any of us to answer, leave them in the chat. But back on Black Lives Matter, I agree with DST and Destructor. I always thought BLM was a great issue. I think the thought of it is good.
It's just the execution.
Yeah, there's a lot
It's
of
just the
shady
execution and narrative.
And the thing is, with black people, they didn't. George Floyd getting killed. That's unfortunate, but like what Destructor said, he killed his fucking girlfriend with a shotgun, killed her,
and it was a pregnant woman.
Yeah, she was pregnant, so he killed two people. And just because he was black, everyone was like, "Fuck that cop." I mean, what he did was terrible. I would never want anybody to do that. But let's move on from that topic.
I mean, no one deserves to be gunned down. But if you're stopping events all because you didn't hear the details, no, seriously, they stopped a sporting event all because I think it was the NBA playoffs. They stopped it all because George Floyd died. Nobody know who the fuck this deadbeat is. Nobody.
That was in the bubble, right?
Yeah, that was during the bubble.
Okay.
They're appointing the narrative. A black guy got shot down from a cop until they know the detail. This is why this society is completely fucked. They want to stay in their own terrain of reality unless more details to come. And it's only by their choice when it's time to hear the facts. And this is why I have such a and I shouldn't be against why certain people can't have a good way of life. But whenever I hear, "Oh, Black Lives Matter," okay, good. All right, that's good.
Okay, here's a good question. Here's a good question by Jaden, and then we're gonna go into Prince. Jaden says, "Do you think WWE will get women who are like eye candy?" I mean, if anything's shown you, no. But no. I would hope that if they got Stephanie McMahon out of there, I guarantee you the hot women would be featured. But that we've all said, Prince of the Ring. What are your political views? I don't support any party.
Bro, politics is the most fucking pointless thing ever. Republican and Democratic literally mean the exact same thing, and motherfuckers have been arguing for years. How about you don't argue about it and start fucking getting a job, bitch?
Yeah, I mean, if VWE was here, he'd have a lot of shit to say about it. But
because VWE spends most of his time on politics anyway.
I don't really support fucking I didn't vote last year, I mean, I'm old enough to vote, but I didn't really want to vote, and two, I just didn't feel the need for it. Let's see if there's any other things up here.
The only positive is your right to not
in my
vote.
opinion, wait, you mean like bullies in real life? No, I don't really support bullies. Fuck that. That's not great.
That's not
That's
cool.
fucked up.
Here's a good one. Jeff says nobody talks about if it's a black cop and a white person who gets killed.
Well, because that's the news. They don't go in for the scoop. They only go in for something that no people will react to.
Yeah, they want, because the mainstream media, because they understand the basics. They want all of us to be like, hate Republicans, friggin' love Democrats, hate white people because white male privilege bullshit and shit like that, and be a bunch of feminist pussies, all that type of garbage. It's just a bunch of like autism garbage.
Now, do you guys smoke weed? Here's a good question from Jeff. He says, thoughts on weed, and do you smoke it? I smoke it once in a while, and I don't really have a big problem with it.
I don't smoke weed, but I do support the right for everyone to smoke weed, no problem, as a political thing.
Jaden, I never thought Roman was a mainstream star, ever.
He's not a mainstream star. He's just a top star for WWE.
Yeah, he's a top star. Like, I mean, the last mainstream star you could say is John Cena, because actually people knew he was. Like, that's the only one you
fucking knows who John Cena is. I'm sorry, but not too many people outside of wrestling know who Roman Reigns is.
Outside the wrestling bubble, nobody knows who Roman Reigns is, and nobody knows who any of these guys are. They're top stars for the company, but they're not like,
unless you're Indian,
they're not like breakout stars that people know about.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with your sentiment there, Andy, about like how politics are important, but talking about too much can fuck up the brain. Yeah, the biggest problem in politics is that people take this shit way too fucking seriously. It's like, dude, like, stop it. It's like, I get it, like, we need to freaking be informed of what's freaking going on, but like, can you all stop it? Like,
biggest star from OVW, John Cena.
Yeah, I would say Brock Lesnar.
Yeah,
I mean, you can say Batista.
Yeah, if mainstream, it's between like, I mean, you can even throw Brock Lesnar in there because he was a UFC draw, so I guess.
Yeah.
Do you think that North America and Canada is in segregation today? What? I mean,
Yeah,
really?
it probably is, but to be honest, considering I don't think anyone's gonna really understand that bullshit. Their own countries themselves, they're doing their own freaking division and segregation crap. But the problem is, most people don't really know about that shit for it's going to be interesting. I only have a basic idea of it. That's the type of shit I would talk about with VWE on fucking The Daily Truth. Like, I don't think any of these people here would care.
Whatever happened to the channel?
It's on hiatus, freaking because of VWE's personal problems at the time. It's gonna come back, I think soon, like a few weeks, unless he decides to say fuck it.
USA Network and Fox are probably. I don't think they have issues with eye candy. I mean, because Fox was pushing like a year ago for an edgier show. I mean, well, actually, no, that was USA Network because Raw's ratings were dog shit. So
Fox has the NFL. They have cheerleaders. How is that not accountable for eye candy?
Yeah, I guess you could look at it as in like, yeah, they do it for the NFL, but why aren't they doing it for the WWE? I mean, there must be something in their contract that lets, in my opinion, Stephanie McMahon and Triple H should have nothing to do with like the main organization of WWE. I think it's a terrible fucking idea. I think you need people that know what the fuck they're doing. Stephanie doesn't know shit. Did you guys see she won like executive of the year or some bullshit?
Yeah.
What? For what?
Nothing. It was meaningless crap.
She won for what?
Yeah.
Tell her to shut the fuck up.
Tell her right there, baby.
2001.
My wife won the best of the year. My wife deserves it. She is so amazing. All right, she is better than Susan Wankowski from YouTube. I think that's her name. I got dementia now because I'm freaking dementia Triple H. If you can't tell the difference between good wrestling and not, then you're not black. I think that's how. I think that's how it goes.
You're not black. Booker, you remember getting buried, right, Booker? That's why my wife got a bigger dick than me.
Booker T is a freaking disgusting creature. I don't want to talk about him anymore.
Wait.
Get the fuck out of here,
Why did you say creature? Hunter, why did you say creature? Hunter, what the fuck do you mean?
I think Triple H is trying to low-key tell us he's racist.
Odyssey Jones, he's just a happy
What are
Keith
your
Lee.
views in the European Union from out of Europe? Who fucking cares?
Zelina Vega, we should have given that unionization bullshit, but fuck you, Vince McHitler.
Wait, so you get unionization and then you get pushed for a tournament?
That's why she got pushed.
The entire industry.
You beat Tony Storm in a minute and 30 seconds.
The hypocrisy of both WWE and the hypocrisy of Zelina Vega.
Let me come in here for a second. Jaron James, I do not hate you. It's a joke. I thank you for being a fan of me, dude. I really appreciate it. Everybody in the chat and everybody that's on stream with me right now, from the bottom of my heart, I really want to say thank you for being here. Bro. So, Jaron, you're a great troll, but I do not hate you. I think you're good. You're a good guy.
Yeah. He's
you love really
intelligent whenever he's on the stream. He's just trying to troll, bro. And maybe
he's just trying to have fun.
It just gets a bit annoying.
Having fun. Hashtag having fun. I
mean, I will say something, Jaron. If you're gonna if I do add you in the stream, like, can you like actually talk?
For real,
yeah, bro. Well, give us your
be serious.
I honestly dude. If you're gonna be in, thank you, Sonic. I really appreciate it. This
Sonic
dude right here is like one of my
biggest.
Sonic the Hedgehog is one of the most. He's like probably my biggest fan. Like, if I'm being real,
He loves everyone.
Maybe him and Jonathan.
Sonic is just a cool guy.
What are your views on the European Union? That's something for Destructor to ask, the
UN are a bunch of pussies. Again, what am I supposed to say about them? They suck. Like, come on,
Jaron. If you join, like, if I let you in, I'll send you the link here real quick. If you do come in, I'm not being a dick. I'm just saying, if you're gonna come in the chat, I want you to like add something instead of just saying, and all that stuff. Like, I'm not trying to be an asshole.
Instead of pretend to be me or some shit.
Yeah, that was kind of sus. Like, I thought it was J-Rants and shit. I was like, fuck. Thoughts on soccer? Soccer is boring.
Soccer's
a faggot 3 hour. That shit needs to be at least 30 minutes long. I'm not watching soccer for 3 hours.
I'd rather watch a 3-hour gaming live stream of Madden 22 Ultimate Team.
Oh, hell no. I'm not wasting my energy on that. I don't.
What are we going to get today, guys? We're looking for the 93 overall Brady, the record breaker. Let's do it when he's
Didn't
really
you just get
89.
that 99 Brady last year? Ultimate Team fucking sucks. If you're telling me that you're okay getting the same player card and the game plays exactly the fucking same, you are bored with life. I swear.
Thoughts on gaming this year? I really can't think of any two great games. Like for real, dude. Verse. I've been playing like old school games. Like I've been playing. I played original Doom. Personal question, people. Where have you been? You know, I think I'm ready to answer this question. I'm not going to go into too many details, but I will explain it to you, Prince of the Ring, because you are a cool guy, and I think everybody here is cool. So let me transfer my fucking setup over.
Freaking like when it comes to gaming, bro, like
hello.
We just You're good. You're good.
Wait! I was supposed to explain myself before you rudely interrupted me.
That's pretty polite of you.
Well, fuck. Sorry.
Okay.
He does it to himself. Oh my god. Okay, so I was, I had been in and out of housing with my uncle and stuff, and he kind of flipped out on people, and I left because I was scared. I didn't know what the fuck to do, so. I'm currently, before that, I just needed a break from wrestling because I just couldn't think of anything to talk about. And I was watching channels like, Destructor, Destroyer, and Walt Clyde before I knew about DST show. And I was like, you know what? I think people, and then when I found on Twitter that people really wanted me to come back, I was like, I think I should come back. That's why I've been doing these live stream, because it's something for me to come on and chill with people that I really enjoy being with. Like, as much as Destructor does it to himself, I think he's a cool guy. And y'all are cool. You're chill. You're not coming up on here and yelling at me because I don't support Kenny Omega and bullshit like that. So, another thing is I did this for fun. I think everybody that made YouTube channels like Destroyer, DST, Destructor, TWRP, we did it for fun. We don't make videos because the reason I never thought about streaming before was because I was like, I'm a boomer and I didn't know how to fucking do anything. But another thing was like I didn't want to bring people on and then get screamed at because like, whoa, you don't like AEW, you're not a real wrestling fan and all that shit. But long story short, Prince of the Ring and everybody in the stream, I'm happy to announce that People Ruined Everything is coming back to YouTube and will be streaming 3 or 4 times a week.
Woo! I still have something in my hand. That's why I was clapping so low. I still had something in my hand. Yeah, well, it's great to see that you're regularly uploading because I was subscribed before you started regularly doing your content. But, you always got to get your personal shit dealt before you have to do any other shit that you want to do. So I'm glad that
life comes first,
taken care of.
I agree, man. That's why I was thinking about for a while when I was posting YouTube videos, I wasn't focusing on like what I needed to do. And I was thinking to myself, I need to really need to do stuff for me. And I know that some people may say that's selfish. Well, I don't care. At the end of the day, I'm supporting myself. Nobody else is supporting me. So, and I think just the community, a lot of people, like I got a DM from the Elitist a couple weeks back, and I explained the whole situation to him, and he was like, "Man, I'm really glad that you're back, but if you're not ready to come back, nobody's gonna say anything about you not coming back. We want you to be healthy and happy, and be we'll be supportive." And that comment right there is that it's the comment from that was telling me that, hey, people care about me and people care about the content. And I really support, I really love that. People Ruin Wrestling's back, Michael, to display his new and improved work rate for these fans.
Michael.
Yeah, I love Verse. If you're a subscriber, bro, I love you, dude. I got to get you on here one of these days, man. You're funny as shit. All right, since we're done talking about real life shit, I think we can add
Also, People Ruin Wrestling. I want to give you. So, how was that Eagles game the other night?
Let me just say this. before we continue.
Mm-hmm.
Let me take a swig from my brewski real quick.
Oh fuck, he's going on.
Oh, this is gonna be bad.
Oh no.
Okay. So, what was your question before I continue?
How did the Eagles do last night against the Raiders?
Oh.
Oh no, he's not happy. He's not happy. He's not happy.
Hey, gonna get him in this mood though before we got the video.
Fuck's sake, I'm so sick and fucking tired of this team. They settle for fucking mediocrity all the fucking time. Jalen Hurts is a gay homosexual, can't throw the ball 10 yards on the fucking field. All he can do is run like half the fucking NFL. The team fucking sucks. The defense is terrible. Our head coach is gay. The fans are terrible. Everything is just fucking terrible. Not done yet. Give me a second.
Damn it.
I hope people don't. I bet you the people. I have family members downstairs are probably like, "What is this kid talking about?" Sorry. Oh.
Look, man. If I were you, bro, I would just coattail into the Steelers' mediocrity than the Eagles at this point. I mean, in that point, you didn't get raped like the Ravens, or you didn't get raped like the Patriots, or the Jets.
Oh, you want to get me mad, don't you, buddy? Well, you got me mad. So let me start off by talking about the fucking Cowboys. Where the fuck do I begin? First off, let me breathe.
It's coming from the heart. It's an Eagles fan.
I cannot stand the fucking Cowboys. Your fan base is just like us. They settle for mediocrity. And then they say, we'll be back next year. And then guess what happens next year? They shit the bed. But because I like you, Jeff, yeah, you are the leading. You're leading the worst division in football. Let me clap it up for you. This guy is goated. You're goated, Jeff.
No, fuck that. You're leading off the worst division in football. How is that an accomplishment? You're gonna settle for wild card and then get raped by Aaron Rodgers for like the second best team in
the second best team in that division is the fucking football team.
I mean, no. Who did the Cowboys beat? That was a big team.
I don't know.
Who did the Cowboys beat? Who did the Cowboys beat? That was the threat.
I'll look up their fucking their schedule. And here, actually, let me look up the Eagles schedule real quick, just so I can. The Eagles schedule. Let me see.
You have a bunch of criminals on your defense. You only have one good cornerback. Your quarterback is overhyped and overpaid, and all you guys been playing scrubs.
Yeah, we played the Chiefs. We played fucking Buccaneers.
The toughest team.
Here's the rest of the schedule. Here's our schedule. We're here. I'll go through the rest of the schedule and here I'll go through the first 7 games of the season. We played the Raiders at home. We lost by 11. We played the Buccaneers we played the Raiders at Raiders. We played the Buccaneers at home. We lost 28-22. We beat the Panthers somehow. We lost 42-30 to the Chiefs. We lost 41-21 to the Cowboys. We lost 17-11 to DST's 49ers, who are equally just as bad as us, if we're being real.
Yeah.
We beat the Falcons 32-6. We tied the fucking Jets. How the fuck do you tie to the worst team in football? The Jets. That's not even it. We got blown. We got shut out by the Patriots, and then we lost. We lost by a touchdown to the Steelers. This team is terrible. They can't beat anybody. I'm not even so confident they could beat the fucking Lions out of all people. One of the worst. Objectively, Yeah, the worst team in football. I think they're the only winless team in football right now.
It used
They're
to be the
0-7.
Jaguars.
We're favored to win, but by how much? A touchdown? 3 points? Is that good? No, it's not good. Yeah, are the Cowboys good? Not
No.
really. They've beaten
You
nobody
haven't-
They haven't beaten anybody that's like credible. I'll look it up right now.
They only played against the Buccaneers, and that was it. That was the Super Bowl contender from opening week. And then you guys had a close win against the Eagles. Then you guys started you guys barely score double digits whenever you win. Let's keep that straight. You guys ain't shit. The Cowboys haven't been shit since the 90s. I'm going to say that like
They haven't been
at
shit
all.
either. I mean, yeah, the Cowboys teams from back in the day. The Chargers are a good team, but how much did you beat them by? A touchdown?
Yeah.
You beat them by a field goal. That's not impressive.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a win, but it's not like you beat. Honestly, Justin Herbert's way better than fucking Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott? Yeah,
No,
Justin
yeah.
Herbert. He's actually good with his arms. You see how he did against the Cleveland Browns that were soon to be a contender, and now they're struggling out without Baker Mayfield.
No, I said
they
you barely beat the Chargers. You beat us by 20 points. You beat the Chargers by fucking a field goal.
By the way, any thoughts on the Titans? I know they've been lackluster the first few weeks of the
Didn't
season.
they beat the fucking Kansas City Chiefs by a couple touchdowns yesterday?
Yeah, they snuffed them after they got before they got destroyed by before they
Yo,
nearly beat the Bills.
Low key, the Chiefs, I honestly have been like the
What
biggest
the fuck is
disappointed.
with the Chiefs?
They suck.
Their defense fucking is awful, and Mahomes keeps rolling out because their O-line can't push him, and the running backs keep getting fucked. Literally, this is like their second game, and I feel like everything fell flat when they lost to Baltimore. And now Baltimore is overhyped as shit, and they just got blown out by the Bengals.
Yeah, I mean, dude.
41-17. Jamar Chase just raped their entire secondary.
The Raiders are a better team. They're actually leading their division. The Raiders are looking really good. But I'm going to get off of football before I get fucking mad, to be honest with you. I'm so pissed off at the fucking Eagles. Like, I've been a diehard Eagles fan for, like, I would say around 15 years, because my dad was a really diehard Eagles fan, and he got me into the Eagles was like the first team I actually supported, and I've been loyal. I haven't supported anybody else. It pains me. Like, DST, I assume you've been a longtime 49er fan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't it pain you to see your team continuously suck ass every fucking year, or when they go to the Super Bowl they lose or whatever? I hate that. I'm not the Eagles fan that say, "Oh, we got lucky in 2017." I think we probably did, but at the end of the day, it was still a fucking win. Like, this is how bad it is. When you support a team that is mediocre, right? You should expect them to be ass. The Eagles and the 49ers can win games. They just don't do it.
They just don't do it because the 49ers have a mediocre passing game, and Garoppolo is obviously shoving off his luck, even though it was off a lucky bounce off Xavier Rhodes. But let's keep it a buck. Their defense is obviously not the same as it was. We are leaving too many guys open. We just can't score, even though I like Deebo Samuel.
You guys got a shit ton of fucking rookies. You guys got a shit ton of rookies out there too.
Yeah, we have a bunch of young guys for no reason.
I mean, who's your best player? Like, on offense, it's probably it's Kittle, and then on defense, it's like what, Fred Warner or Nick Bosa?
It's Nick Bosa, but the guy's fucking injury prone as shit.
Yeah, he's a talented player, but I mean, like, honestly, like, Fred Warner is a great player, like top 5 middle linebacker, and Kittle's arguably top 2 tight end in the league, but he can't stay healthy either.
Can't stay healthy. We literally had, you know how many guys we had came, what was it? I think I ranted on this before. We had 7 of our top players already on the IR come week 3. And most of them were out for half of the season. These guys couldn't play until last 2 games of the year.
Yeah,
and
see, like, that's why I can sympathize with the 49ers, because like half their fucking roster's injured. With the Eagles, what's the excuse for the Eagles? Most of their players are healthy, but they're just terrible.
Mills, they thought it was going to be a
He's dog shit. He's overrated. He's dog shit. He's not a good player. He was never a good cornerback. At average, he was below average. He was not a great safety. He's too small to play safety, and he cannot hit people. He's too small. Yeah, is he an Eagles diehard player?
Slay.
Yeah, Darius Slay is he. When he was with the Lions, he was a top 5 cornerback. He comes to Eagles now. He's not particularly bad. He's good, but he's not good enough to hold out the defense. Like he's no Jalen Ramsey out there. He's still a top 10 corner. But you ever notice this? When the players come to the Eagles, they immediately suck. Look at Nnamdi Asomugha. That dude was a top.
I was about to bring that up. Thank you.
Nnamdi Asomugha was a top 5 cornerback in Oakland. He was consistently a great zone coverage and man coverage dude. He comes to the Eagles. I'm convinced this dude came to just collect the fucking check. Literally, dog shit fucking receivers would burn him consistently. And look at another guy.
Burn him, and he couldn't even tackle them. That was the sad part with Nassau.
Yeah, it's like he didn't try. And another one, now he wasn't particularly terrible for us, was Dominique Rodgers-Kamari. Dude was decent for us. He goes to the Giants and has a better career.
And that was 2016 Giants.
2016 Giants, so they were bad. They were bad back then. I mean, dude, when we got him, he was another top 5 corner in the league with the Cardinals. He was a good player. But when we get him, he immediately degrades to a fucking jobber. How is that possible? That's the problem with the Eagles. They give out money like they have it, like it's grown out of their asshole, but they give it to players that they don't do clear assessments on. They're like, oh, he's a top 5 player in the league, but then he fucking dog shits. And he's like, what happened? How did it go wrong? He was, shut the dude. Come on.
Stop. The Eagles got to stop hiring off free agent has-beens. Be more long-term when they think about their off-season signings, especially in the draft. Because I think drafting. Wait. How old was Carson Wentz when he got drafted?
He was 23, 24? I think. 24 or 23.
23. You can.
No, he's 20. He was 24 because he's 28 now.
Holy fucking shit.
That guy was never going to be the franchise quarterback. Was he great? Yeah, he was good, but he couldn't. That's another dude who couldn't stay healthy either.
Couldn't stay healthy. Their own line, they keep being unreliable over their own line. They never found a long-term running back since Brian Westbrook and LaShawn McCoy.
LaShawn McCoy, I'll say this. Back in 2013, when the Eagles, they still had Jeremy Maclin, they still had Deshaun Jackson, they still had LaShawn McCoy, they had Nick Foles, who was on the rise. They had Brent Selleck when he was still somewhat decent, and then they had fucking Ertz, who was another top 3 tight end at one point. And when Chip Kelly got rid of the entire team, that was the beginning of the end. Because LaShawn McCoy is honestly my favorite player of all time, besides Brian Dawkins.
I feel like he was about to be one of the top 10 players. I just wish he had better seasons, and I wish they just carried more about him. But here's the thing: the Eagles don't want to compliment their top players.
Yeah, I mean, you still have fucking look. I love Jason Peters, right? I love him. He's gonna be a Hall of Famer one of these days, but he can't stay healthy. Why are you putting him out there? Why is he still here? First off, okay, I don't have a problem with Jason. I don't have a problem with Jason Kelce or Brandon Brooks because they're good. But Lane Johnson's another talented player who can't stay fucking healthy. Why are there so many people? Like in 2017 when we won the Super Bowl, people stepped up and played well. Now when people step up, they play like dog shit. It's like they look like middle schoolers out there. Like Jalen Hurts can't throw the ball. Yeah, he's got a good arm, but he can't fucking throw the ball accurately. He's like Michael Vick back when he was like Michael Vick when he couldn't throw the ball consistently down the field accurately. But then like when Michael Vick came to Eagles, like, okay, Michael Vick was an exception. He actually got better when he came to the Eagles.
His arm was way better when he was an Eagle.
Fuck yeah, dude. That dude fucking his game against the Giants, the Miracle of the Meadowlands 2, he played his heart out. That was one of the best fucking games I've ever watched. I watched it live. And Deshaun Jackson is a legend for that kickoff. But damn, we went over fucking time. Hey, Destroyer, are you still there? Can you talk if you can? Or?
Sorry that we nerd out about football, bro.
Like I wanted to make sure if he still wants to do the video because like I was gonna end the stream and then we could do the video.
Hey, if that's the case, I'm just gonna pop off because I want to get this mod going for one of my games.
Yeah, Destructor and DST you guys can head out. It was great having you though.
You guys are just ranting about football. I'm like, bruh, you teams suck.
Yeah.
All I was thinking is like,
both of our
bruh,
teams suck. Damn it! Don't blow. Both of our teams are ass. Don't push it in.
Our team sucked dick.
Yeah,
I
but it
was-
was cool
I
to
was
see
just-
NC, man.
That was a shocker, dude. I was shocked to see
All right,
that,
I'm back. I'm back. I had to go run an errand. Did y'all not see me in the chat?
Yeah, I saw the
See you
chat.
later, Destroyer. I'll see
It's
you guys later.
All right,
It's
peace.
just freaking. I was thinking like, bruh, all our teams are just ass. No matter what sport we watch, like
Okay,
all our teams that we cheer for, it's like we're just garbage.
Destroyer, I'm gonna end the stream. Are you free right now to do the video?
Yes, I can do the video right now.
Okay, everybody in chat, thank you for coming
Boom.
out. I want to thank NC for coming out too. That was a shock, man. I was surprised he showed up.
That's the first time I was ever on the same video as NC, but that was
And
great.
everybody in chat, thank you for coming out. Everybody who joined me, thank you for coming out. And I'm gonna go do that video with Destroyer now. So
Let's
peace
get
out. Fuck Becky Lynch.
Fuck Becky Lynch. Sweet, I'm the only one on here now. Let's go. I don't think he knows how to end these things.